Yeah, lads. Welcome back to League, lads, boys. My name's Hectic Fred. We're fucking back, man. I'm back from America, cuz. We got Joey. We got TK, cuz. Like, I'm G'd up to be back, boys. Look, I'm wearing my boys' jersey, blue and white, bro. Because we beat the Dragons in Las Vegas, and it was, like, the most amazing time. Now, listen, boys. We've got some special news. This podcast is brought to you by our new major sponsor, mate, Wagyu Boys. Bro, this guy, how can I explain? This guy's like one of my best mates. He wants to support the podcast. I want to support him because he seriously makes some of the best food I've ever had in my life. He makes Wagyu steaks at an affordable price. He cooks them all in clarified butter, which is ghee, or beef tallow. So everything that he cooks is seed oil free, bro. He's located in Prestons, which is in Western Sydney, man. It is seriously some of the best food you will have, man. He honestly has the best steak that is at a reasonable price as well, man. For Wagyu, usually Wagyu's expensive as fuck. Bro, his prices are reasonable, and he honestly has the best chips I've ever had in my life, bro. He cooks them in the beef tallow as well. Crazy food, man. Make sure you guys go check him out. And let him know that we sent you, bro. League Lads sent you. Hectic Fred sent you. Trust me, you will not regret it when you go and see him, man. Wants to support the show. Big new sponsor, man. So big thank you to Elias and Wagyu Boys, bro. They are absolute legends, man. Just wanted to give him a good shout out. It won't be as long every time. It won't be as descriptive every time, but the first one, we wanted to make it special. Thank you so much to Elias, Charbel, and Wagyu Boys. Can't wait to have you guys as a sponsor for the rest of the year, man. Boys, 6-game week of rugby league this week, and we will get into it, but I do want to start off with where I've been. About 4 weeks ago, I departed to go to America. My first trip in a very, very long time. I haven't been overseas since I went to Lebanon in 2018. And it was I was well due for one, bro. It was some of the best few weeks of my life, especially the capping it off all in Las Vegas for the NRL event. It was truly amazing, man. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's sort of supported me from the beginning, man, because I really wouldn't have been able to go on this trip without you guys. And even if I was, right, let's say I probably would have gone anyway, it wouldn't have been as good without the opportunities that I got when I was in Las Vegas and in America. And without all of the fan love and reception that I got when I was there. It was truly the most amazing couple of weeks of my life, bro. It was absolute chaos, man. And I just, in a good way, and I just can't say big enough, like, I can't give the NRL enough credit, bro, because that event was absolutely amazing, bro. It was everything you'd want out of a rugby league event, bro. It was, the fucking fans were amazing from both the NRL and Super League. It was, seriously, I just can't recommend this Las Vegas experience enough to you guys, man. How do I explain it? This is a fucking one of the biggest cities in the world, bro. You know, Sin City, they call it. It's got everything you would want in a small little, couple of miles strip, bro. But we had taken over completely, bro. There were rugby league fans everywhere. Yanks, like Americans, were asking me about what these jerseys were the entire trip, because I brought 5 jerseys with me, wore one every single day. They were constantly asking me questions, and I did see a fair few Americans throughout the trip getting interested into the sport, and at the game as well, bro. And it really was a fucking event where it was full of guys from different countries just enjoying the same sport, which was truly amazing, man. And even if you are a neutral, if your team does not play next year and you want to go to Las Vegas, you're on the fence about it, bro, just go. Doesn't matter if your team plays or not. It is fucking amazing, bro. And I just wanted to say fucking great work to the NRL for organizing this event. Great work to the Bulldogs, especially for organizing so many events during the week. And the Dogs players, man, like the signing event, they were great. I got to see some of them on Captain's Run, they were great. Fucking the fan hub day where everyone rocked up to go and cheer on both teams before they played. Amazing, bro. Seriously, every event was an absolute banger. And this isn't like sponsored or anything. This is just from my own experience, just me telling you guys, it truly was amazing. Like, I'd asked Laurie Daly when I met him for the first time on a Fan Hub podcast with TAB. I said Magic Round, I think, is the pinnacle of rugby league, and he stopped me right there and he said, mate, you haven't been to Vegas. Like, I can tell. Wait till you go to Vegas. It is like Magic Round on steroids, and that's exactly what it was. So please go experience this while you guys still can. It is honestly, man, it's a once in a lifetime event that happens every single year. So just go have fun, bro. You get to mix with all the players nonstop because you run into them everywhere. Like, so many guys I know got photos with the players and got to have decent talks with the players because they're all just chilling there for the week. No one's in a rush, man. So it's fucking mad, bro. And Vegas has some cool stuff, man, like events to go to, mate. I don't go clubbing much, but I went to this club called the Omnia. It was fucking insane, bro. I swear, man. Like, bro, the drinks were flowing, and this club was absolutely fucking packed.
Hectic Fred,
But,
corporate Fred,
hey, it was
Hollywood
fucking
Fred,
incredible, dude. And
Vegas Fred.
this trip was just good, man. I got to see my Laker boys play 4 times. They only got 1 win. I got to see Luka play once. Just everything about this trip was incredible, man. My family, shout out to them over in LA. They took great care of me, man. And then Las Vegas is the perfect way to cap it off. Guys, go to Las Vegas. That's all I can tell you. Just go experience it, man. It's a bit expensive, but the accommodation isn't that bad. Like for what you get, it's not that bad. You're not even going to fucking spend any time in the accommodation anyway. You're just going to go exploring like I did. Bro, I went there on my own the first 3 days, just went exploring, best shit ever, bro. Just watch out for the strippers and for the rappers trying to sell their mixtapes. But aside from that, you're sweet. Boys?
Well, before we move on to other segments, as someone who was seeing all your experiences in Vegas through your social media posts, you had probably the time of your life. I was seeing you do interviews with players, trying all your food reviews of all the different fast food joints, your Instagram stories at this club you're talking about. It looks like you had an absolute blast over there. And I think anyone who was watching you through socials would probably have the same opinion I did, that you had the time of your life.
I really did, man. DJ Tiesto was playing at that club, and I wasn't going to go clubbing or anything. I was just going to go gamble and shit. But when I saw DJ Tiesto was on the fucking list, I'm like, dude, I'm fucking going to that. That is a guy I never thought I'd be able to see in my lifetime, and I'm going to be able to see him play like a 2-hour set. Let's do it. Incredible, dude. Seriously, that was one of the nights of my life. I got to also give a shout out to Latitude Accountants because they're my accountants, right? I'm fucking in this club. I'll tell you guys a story. I'm in this club, bro. This club is like 3 levels outside. Bro, it's so fucking packed you can't move. There's an outside area, inside area that's 2 levels, bro. It was so packed. People were recognizing me in pitch black darkness pretty much. Fucking music cranking, and they're seeing me move through the crowd, and they're like, Fred, what the fuck? It was the best. So I'm walking, just trying to get a place downstairs that on the bottom level that I can stand and just enjoy it without having to move through the crowd, right? And I run into my own fucking accountant who has a table and says, fuck it, Fred.
Work expense.
Yeah. I don't care where you guys, I don't care if it's 1 of you, 2 of you. We got a few spots, just come with us. I don't give a fuck. And thank fuck they did, because I was the table pretty much on the dance floor. They took me and my cousin from America in. They took great care of us. They kept the drinks flowing. Bro, I cannot thank them enough because it made my night extra special. Shout out to fucking Amor Pat, all right, John Sadie, and the Latitude Accountants, where they took great care of us, bro. And if I didn't run into him, the night wouldn't have been as good. But him and his brothers and everyone that works at Latitude took great care of us at that table, man. I'm just so glad I ran into him because I got to actually enjoy it properly after that. And I'd never really get hungover. So even though I had so many fucking drinks, and you boys know, you especially know I can mix alcohol and it doesn't impact me at all. I mixed like 4 different types of alcohol. I was sweet. Dude, that was a night to remember. And then the next day the boys played. But yeah, I got to interview the players, go to Captain's Run, see you behind the scenes at Allegiant Stadium and the Captain's Run. I was seeing Matt Burton belt bombs and nearly hit the fucking roof. I was seeing Critter practicing field goals. I thought nothing of it. Ended up kicking a field goal right from the spot. Right on the spot he was recording. I was recording him kick from. It really was the time of my life, bro.
He even got crying following you on social media.
Oh, critter follow.
Like, how
mate.
good is that?
Dude, he dapped me up after the fucking game. Missed the clutch, hits the field goal, sets up the fucking try as well, by the way. He was on one and back on the left side, right? Bro, he fucking dapped me up in the fan day. And he's like, nice to meet you, Fred, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, mad. But it was right at the end and they were all leaving, so I didn't want to take too much of his time. But then when I was on the field, he's walking down the stairs. He sees me. The guy's limping, bro. He's in so much pain. He jumps over like the little barricade, dabs me up and like starts telling me like, dude, thank you so much for coming out, man. I love your stuff, bro. Thank you so much for it's just so nice to finally meet you. And I was like, dude, this is fucking the cunt. He just hit the fucking field goal to win the game, 90th minute. This is like arguably one of the best centers to ever play the game. Might go down as the best center ever to play the game. Dapping me up like that. Might go down. He's 24 years old, 25 years old. He's still got plenty of his career to play.
Like, he's got at least done 10 years. That's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm not... GI's obviously, like, better, but fucking, like, GI wasn't this good at 24.
Hey,
Didn't
I
have this
didn't
resume
say anything. I
at
don't know.
24. I can show that to my kids. And he gave, like, bro, the players gave my cousin from America time of day, bro. Andrew Voss, Lara P, they're all asking my cousins questions and shit. Like, bro, they were so nice, man.
You had with your cousin in the hotel.
Oh, how good was that? Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Bro, my cousin fucking loved it. He doesn't really understand the game and he's trying to...
Bro, called that a touchdown when they
Right,
scored a
yeah,
shot.
no. He was stirring. He loves football, my cousin. We watched the Super Bowl together. That shit was ass. But he's coming to Sydney, hopefully, in the middle of the year. My cousin's getting married and his sister's in the bridal party. So he's coming with his family, hopefully. So
Go the Dogs.
if he comes, we are taking him to multiple games. I don't even care. Dogs game, Tigers game. We're not playing at Belmont for 3 years.
Yeah,
So
bit of a wait.
he's coming. We'll take it to a couple games, bro. Because he did have a good time and he got to jump on the field. Like my family was jealous of him because he's like meeting Andrew Voss and shit. And I'm like, dude, when you're watching no. I'm like, dude, when you're watching the highlights, I'm like, bro, you just met this guy. You was speaking to him for 5 minutes. He's like, fuck. So he's like the commentator. And I'm like, yeah. I can imitate his Cali accent. But even the creators I was with KO Sports, man, and shout out to KO as well for giving me so many opportunities while I was over there. It was my first time working with like them on NRL stuff. I had done some stuff with them for the boxing, and this was my first time working with them for the AFL NRL. What the fuck was that? NRL, and it was fucking mad, bro. So they got me the access behind the field, to the field at Allegiant Stadium before the game, access to the fan events. Like they fucking gave me all the tools that I needed to have a fucking amazing time and a unique experience that, I wouldn't have got without them. So big ups to them. And John and Nick Bernard, they helped me out because I didn't have anyone with me. So they were holding the camera for all my interviews. So a big thank you to them. But yeah, bro. Lockie McIntyre, Nathan from fucking Today FM. They're just so damn, like, it was nice to finally meet them properly because I hadn't met either of them properly. Absolute champions, man. And the rest of the creators that were with us, it was just a lot of fun, bro. Like, I could talk about this for days, but I just wanted to give everyone a shout out. And of course, thank you for Telstra. I actually had to leave LA, fly all the way back to Sydney to record for 2 days. Like, I was there for 2 days. I recorded. So basically, I left on the Tuesday night, land on the Thursday, record Friday in Sydney at North Sydney Oval for Telstra. Flew back Saturday morning. Like, I was fucking, like, it was chaos, mate. But we got it done. Honestly,
what are your thoughts on the news?
The best, not a fan. Fuck that Telstra ad.
Bro, I can't believe they put Bella the Bulldog in the ad. That's
fuck
crazy.
the Telstra ad. Fuck the whistling man. Fuck everything. Everywhere I go, I gotta fucking follow this. This cunt fucking follows me. I want to right hook the fucking Telstra ad, man. I'm not gonna lie. But big thank you for Telstra for, you know what? They could have been a fuckwit. They could have been a fuckwit. But they weren't fuckwits. They said, Fred, we want to work with you. They were actually telling me to be more angry when we were recording. When I was filming, I was tame. They're like, Fred, there's like 6 out of 10. We need you to be more
We need
hectic.
you to share.
We need you just don't say the C word. So me Jinning,
We can't beat but
me fully losing my mind, right? The best clips I had, I said cunt. So then they couldn't use it because I wasn't allowed. There's a one word I couldn't say. So it could have actually been better if I was allowed to say the C word. But
But they bleeped out you saying the F word and all the other words.
yeah, every word was fine except the C word, mate. So,
There's people around.
and when I get angry, the people around, there were groundskeepers around, Telstra staff around, all of them were pissing themselves laughing at this one cunt sitting on a chair yelling at a screen
Reserve
and
the
an
hectic
empty.
Fred.
I thought I was gonna get whacked, bro. But
Had you seen the ad prior?
No, that was my-
or
that was my
literally when you
initial
sat down,
reaction.
that was okay, cool.
so when I sat down, that was my initial reaction, bro. But then I watched it 15, 17 times over.
You got more and more and
So
more.
I had to,
and more
bro,
and more.
think of it like this. I had to watch the Telstra ad, let's say 25 times in a row over 4 hours.
That does sound to
You told me that's not torture, bro.
I mean, if you
20
concede 60 points sometimes, it might get close to that.
Yeah, 25 times in a row, bro. I had to sit there and watch it on repeat, cuz. I was going insane. I thought they were trying to hypnotize me or some shit, bro. I was like, the numbers, Mason. What do they mean, you know? Like, but big thank you to them because they took good care of me. So, and for giving me an opportunity. Like, that's probably the biggest opportunity I've ever had because Telstra is a massive company. Say what you want about them, but they are a massive company. So it's a...
Mad service
Dude, yeah,
Like I'm just not. It's not even sponsored. They got mad service.
they do got mad service, phone service. You know what I mean? Internet. It's good. When it works really good. All right, when it works really good. But all jokes aside, big thank you to them and the Telstra team. Like they could have easily told me to get fucked and got someone else, but they wanted to embrace my hate and my rage, bro. These guys watched every one of my videos. If you saw the initial message they sent me, it had like all these inside jokes that they would have only known if they watched the videos. So they watched every single one of them and they wanted to work with me.
Shout out to whoever was in
And-
that media team that was
yeah.
like actually like this is a good because someone has to pitch the idea, right?
Yeah.
And go, this is what I think would make a good ad.
And it fucking,
Let's
I
get the
think
guy
it,
that hates our ads so
Yeah.
much that he makes a whole
and
meme
let's
out of
convert
it.
him. And I'm just respecting him for recognizing me as the number one hater because I really am. Fucking every chance I got to make a video about that shit, I did. And yeah, look, I'm just saying, working with your biggest hater can be a success. There's an NRL club out there. I'm telling you, if you do the same, it will have the same, if not better results. Stop leaving my brother in the fucking
End the
dark.
stream, Dave. End the
All right, we get it. Some people in the club don't like him. That means it's probably the best thing. If you want to get him on your team, work with the brother. Don't alienate him. That's all I'm going to say. Not naming names.
Shout out to guessing who that is.
Not naming names. But hey, working with your biggest hater or biggest rival or biggest skeptic can be a success. Just saying. Great work from Telstra. All right, we got nearly 4 million views on Instagram, 2.5 million views on TikTok.
That's crazy.
Great work. My best ever video came from a company that I hate working with me. And a company that probably hated me working with me, they don't hate me anymore.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly, man. And that video was an absolute banger. It is the best video I've ever made in my life. So big thank you to them and their production team. It seriously was amazing. Now, boys, we can move on with the show.
There's one more.
There's one more thing. I know.
One more thing.
I know we got some questions coming through,
thanks
right?
to the Sue over on League Lads on the Instagram page. He asked everyone to.
Where is Sui? The guy's gone
Let's
part
Suey
time.
break his fast, brother. Let's Suey break his fast.
Let him be in peace.
I haven't seen the boy. I'm just,
I haven't seen him in ages.
How have I got more apps on this podcast this year than
Hey, it
Sui?
doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter.
That's all I'm just saying.
You're just better. So you probably won't even watch the heat up, mate.
We just grok it next week. I love you, boys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for filling in, man. Yeah, no worries. He's actually replacing him. Where's Flux? I haven't seen Flux in 3 months.
Oh, is hidden behind his hair? Don't you know?
Oh yeah.
I could see his hair here from all the way from Windsor, mate.
So we got questions.
What a buff head, bro. He looks like the biggest buff head. Tell me that's not his name. Like, Flaxy's new nickname is fucking buff head.
I haven't heard that in years.
He looks like a buff
I
head,
haven't heard that
bro.
in years.
He looks like a buff head, bro. Look at him and you're like,
Bloody
fuck.
buff head.
Just think of like, you've never heard buff head in your life. I'll say this guy's a buff head to my American cousin. Chris will look at Flaxy and be like, Yeah, he's a
get it.
boof
I
head.
get it.
He's a boof head.
Shout out to
Sorry,
Flex.
boys.
Oh, that's
No,
good
no,
stuff.
you're good. Shout out to Flex.
Shout out Flex. All right. First question from, let's see, who are we going to pick? Let's go Jedi024. Will Good Friday with Dogs vs. Buddies be the match of the year?
I think it will be one of the matches of the year for sure. There's a few other. I think it will be amazing, but Good Friday's going to be insane because I think both teams are going to be knock on wood, relatively full strength. And I'd love to, and I do think they're going to win that game because I don't know if I trust our right side D because we have moved Bronson Sherry to the right side. So, but then again, I don't know if I trust their left side D. Like Critter is like they're two very
matchups, yeah.
I think usually our left side would be terrible, but now we've got Critter there, so that changes everything. So I can't wait to see. That game is going to be a fucking banger, bro. That game is going to be a banger.
And possibly AJ might break. If he doesn't score,
If he doesn't break the record next week, he's going to break it in good. Because is it next week?
they play this week. They play, I think, in Gosford. They have a bye, then the Dogs.
Okay. That's going to be a good one, bro.
He's going to get 2 tries, baby.
Yeah, he's going to break it this week, bro. That's why Latrell didn't pass it to him. He wants it to break it this week against their biggest rivals.
And they'll be playing for it, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna
There's the tries Charles scored. I was like, oh, I could have passed it and just left him on 1.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Actually, no.
But he would have tied the record. You know what I mean? They wanted to tie it, break it same day.
Significance, yeah.
Same game.
So yeah, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, bro. I can't wait. That game's gonna be great. And obviously, for me personally, that's the game we circle on the calendar because my whole family goes for fucking South Sydney except for my mum. So, yeah, Rooster. My whole dad's side lives in Redfern, and goes for South Sydney. I go watch it with my uncles every year. I don't want to lose that game because then I don't have to hear my uncle Sam like yap all the time and give me all this shit, and I don't want that. My uncle Sam can dish a lot of shit, bro.
All right, next one's from Love of the Game. Going to any more Kings games? Team needs you.
Yeah, love of the game, love that guy,
shout
mate.
out the
Hey,
boys, yeah.
shout out to him, bro. I'm gonna say this. I definitely will be. I actually, before I even saw that message, like, because I haven't, I went and put it in the group chat today with the boys I usually go to games with, whether we're going because the playoffs are starting now. So I can't wait to go and see some some fucking finals games and hopefully the boys win it all.
All right, next one's from George Cara 1989. Would you go and work at a Telstra shop?
If they're gonna pay me money, yeah, I'd fucking. If it's gonna be a skit and they're gonna pay me some money, then damn right I will. I'm a good salesman, brother. Sell me this pen. Real ones know.
If you know, you know. Next one's from John Sam C. Cass. Are Panthers the only important club?
John, you've been saying this in my chat for like years. I love you. No, they are not the only important club. You're not even champions anymore, so it doesn't even make sense. So I guess you're not the only important club.
Next one's from Matthew B. 711. Fred, you have to delete Roosters or Para as an NRL club. Who are you picking?
I have to delete Roosters or Parramatta. Bro, this is a tough one because real ones know how much I hate the Roosters.
But you also hate.
But my mum goes to the Roosters and my mum would probably cry. So I'd have to go Parramatta. Because then I remove our biggest rival and a real stain to the game and 40 years.
Real stain to the game.
Yeah, just the real 40 years hasn't won a comp.
Real stain to the game.
What's wrong with that? What's funny about that? Am I wrong? So it's just a stain.
It's just a fact at this point.
And my mum wouldn't cry. So, but then again, my mum probably wouldn't cry because she changed teams 3 times anyway. So, anyway, screw you, Parramatta. You're getting deleted. Good question. Very good question.
All right. Last one is from our good mate, Hads Rips. Shout out to him. What was the most unexpected thing about the Vegas trip?
Ooh, the most unexpected thing about the Vegas trip. That's actually I haven't even thought about that one. Unexpected. Bro, yeah, I'll give this one. The amount of fucking Brits that were there, the amount of people from England that were there, and the amount of people from England that watched my stuff, I couldn't believe it. But, bro,
Was it because of the Super League?
There was, obviously, there was a lot of whole KR and Leeds fans, a surprising amount. Not more than NRL fans, but
More than you'd expect.
way more than I expected.
They were louder than expected too.
Yeah, louder, like, they were always going to be louder than us. It's part of the
You can
culture,
put four
bro.
pommies in a room and
Right.
they'll all scream 10,000
Right, 10 of them would be louder than the NRL crowd because 10 of them would sing, bro. But they were really nice. And honestly, there were a few unexpected things as well. How clean Las Vegas was, like in terms of like, you go to New York, you hear a lot of people say there's a lot of rubbish there and everything like this and it stinks or whatever. Bro, like Las Vegas was fucking pristine. Like I didn't see no litter anywhere. I didn't see no fucking like there were obviously some drunk people, but I didn't see any like punch-ons. I didn't see any like crazy bad shit. You go like I just had this is a really clean and safe experience. Like I was walking outside at night, checking my shoulder and shit. Like, just obviously because I'm in America,
country,
but and I'm in a foreign country, but I didn't hear about anything bad happening. Like I think there was like one guy I knew that nearly got pickpocketed. But that was pretty much it, man. Like,
can happen anyway.
And there's such a dense area. Obviously, something's gonna happen. But like, I really didn't see any punch-ons. Like I've been to places like Melbourne, and there's people like chucking up on the street and shit. Like, there's none of that, bro. It's just a really clean experience. I felt really safe. Everyone was really well behaved wherever I went. But obviously, other people might say differently. But I was going out every night, and yeah, it was just I had a lot of fun, bro. I didn't feel like my safety was in jeopardy. And it's just, man, a lot of Englishmen, bro. The amount of Englishmen was the number one most unexpected thing, for sure. But I just wanted to put in the fact that it was a safe experience as well. And just, the place is fucking pristine, bro. Pristine.
Well, that's all the questions. So thank you to everyone who submitted their questions.
We should do this every week.
We honestly should do more of a Q&A every week and more about the actual rounds of footy because the season's now back in full swing. Speaking of...
do Q&As.
Did we?
Yeah,
Well, maybe it was before I joined.
This is weird time. We used to do Q&As, man. We did.
Yeah.
And we had like 3 to 6 questions.
Well, we'll look to bring that back.
Oh, well, things go in and out of style. I guess we're bringing Q&As back.
Yeah, I want to me personally, I want to hear more from
Our listeners.
from the community, bro. So,
Let's drop something in the YouTube comments as well.
Yeah, again, YouTube comments, like AMAs on Instagram stories. I just really want to
DMs
get
as well.
Yeah, just send
Spam
us whatever
Suey.
questions you have.
Especially when the Dogs lose or Liverpool lose. Just spam
Yeah,
the
like
page.
especially when Liverpool lose, just spam that
the
account,
page,
bro.
yeah.
Bro, I share that account with Sui, bro. I cop the DMs.
That's not just spam.
Spam the League Lads account. Well, anyway, speaking of the footy, let's cover some of the games
Let's do
over
it.
the weekend. First one, the round one specialist, Melbourne Parramatta. Melbourne 52, Parramatta 4.
Fuck, man, I did not see a 50-point belting on the cards.
First 10 minutes, I remember I was watching the game. The first 10 minutes, I looked at my brother-in-law who I was watching the game with. I was like, bro, like, this could be the type of game Parra could win. 10 minutes later, I was like, boy, was I wrong. Like, it just flipped like that. I was just, yeah.
Cause I was sick at home, dying, like absolutely dying. Like I came off the plane, I was sick, and somehow, like that it was like medicine for me. Like I felt a little bit better after seeing Parramatta get belted like that. Cause after the first 20 minutes, they were fucking gone. Like Parramatta were gone, bro. Melbourne were moving those fucking big men in the middle around, like it was not. They would look like they were fucking sheep. Like they were goat herders, bro. They had complete control over every single facet of that game. And like after it was like 18-4, I was like, bro, this could be 50. Wrote it in my group chat, ended up being 50, bro, but going into the game, I was a believer that Parramatta could like
Do the unthinkable.
not do the unthinkable, but I didn't think they were gonna be shit this year.
I don't think there will be.
Bro, but seeing that, like, there were some major problems in that team, bro. But the referees were also shit house, in my opinion. I think that sin bin was fucking terrible.
That was so dumb.
That bunker call with fucking Brian Kelly, like, how it, like, are we human beings in the bunker? Like, do we have 2 working eyes? Like, do we have a fully functioning brain? Because in my opinion, no one in their fucking right mind can look at that pass because it was a pass. It wasn't even a knock on.
And they'll take their challenge off
Fuck
them,
me
yeah.
dead and take their challenge away from them. Seeing that and calling it a knock on, you have to have fucking rocks inside of your head, cunt. Like, honestly, what the fuck was that call? I fucking hate Parramatta. I was looking at that shit like, I must be tripping balls.
That happened to me. I'd be losing it.
Bro, I must be tripping balls because I'm like, how the fuck is that not, like, how is that not a fucking challenge successful? How is that not a knockback? In some respects, you use word dotted, but that
Doesn't excuse the 50-point wall
52 to 4, bro. Like, that defense was getting abused, mate. Your middles were getting fucked.
Like,
Stefano literally fucked everyone in that middle.
Their ruck speed was amazing, man. There was a try. Who scored the try?
Harry Grant.
Harry Grant,
No.
He was on a different.
There's a Harry Grant
Yeah.
one, but then there was one on the right side where Chen got up, quick play the ball just straight away. Like
Jerome Hughes passed.
Yeah. The ruck speed from Melbourne was insane.
On another
man.
level.
Like,
yeah.
they were just... And they just couldn't
Yeah.
It
handle
was like
it.
they smelled blood in the water and just went full tilt on them.
The rock speed, and honestly, the speed that they moved the ball was insane. But I also think Parramatta's rock speed was just generally slow. Just generally slow.
As Fred would say back in the day.
I actually want to
Lines.
say line speed. Yeah, it was gone. It was non-existent. Yeah, I wouldn't even back in the day still say that. I was yelling it on the game. Line speed.
Line speed.
But no one could hear me because I had no voice. But I will say this. Like, I think it was generally slow. Like, I'm not even going to call it rock speed. I'm just going to call it rock slow when it came to Parramatta because that's what it looked like. And I think their biggest question mark was always going to be their middles. They're playing Hopgood at prop as well, and I thought that would help. Nah, bro. They just got belted, bro. In the middle, belted. Straight through the middle, got belted. Moving laterally, like, they could not keep up in any way in the middle. And I think a lot of teams will do that to them. They have to focus on and do their service from dummy half.
That's what I want
from
to talk
both
about.
their dummy halves was
Bad.
fucking bad, bro. Like, they were passing worse in general play than our hookers were at 90 minutes into the game, bro. Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Out of the two.
I think talent, bro.
Yeah,
when it comes to
Talon's a bit careless with his service.
yeah,
That's what I've
especially
noticed.
to Moses. Like
That
whenever
guy needs
a
good
pass
ball.
is going to Moses, it is the worst ball that comes out of their hands. I'm like
He's
that has
killed a
to
lot
be
of
the
free
best
tackles.
ball. Like, that pass to Moses has to be your best ball. And like, I initially just thought Talent can't pass both ways. Like, he can pass one way really well, and the other way, not too well. But bro, he can't pass both ways right now, bro. They have to be
big issue considering where he plays.
yeah, dude. You have to. That has to improve. That has to improve and Riley Smith as well was not at much better.
No, he was pretty poor. He had a pretty good, pretty solid season last year. And this year, or this is the opening game, both of them just looked like their hands. It was like the offseason, they didn't really practice passing. It was bizarre.
Bro, some of them got worse. Like, I just thought, like, if you're a dummy half, service and defense have to be like prerequisites.
Yeah,
right? Like, Bailey, his service got so much better in just one preseason, in my opinion. Like,
what sets the rhythm, man, right? Like,
yeah.
Especially if you're other players. Like, if you're getting good service, for example, as a forward, like coming out, like you can run onto the ball with pace. If you're in the halves, it just gives you that extra half second where you can find the defensive line shifting. So,
but for me, with talent especially, it's also where the ball goes, like the decision making, like where the ball's going and when it's going there is very important. That was the issue I had with Bailey the most from watching that game back. I know we're talking about last week, but Bailey Hayward was the decision making is what comes with experience, but the actual service and quality of the pass should at least be at a reasonable level if you're a top flight
like
hooker.
You can make the wrong decision, but the ball hits chest.
Yeah.
Right?
But fuck, they don't have any of it. And then they weren't running, like Talon wasn't running at a dummy half either. So what, if you're not going to run and use that speed, what are you actually offering, bro? You know what I mean? Like if Talent comes on, you expect that energy to be there, and the energy wasn't there. And they actually just got worse when he came on, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's Parramatta, some major issues. I hate you, so I hope you don't fix them, and I hope they get worse.
Do you really think that they're bad?
But I don't think again, you're versing Melbourne in round one. I'm going to wait before I properly judge you. But, like, I don't think those issues are just, we're versing Melbourne and they're way better than us. Like, I think there were some areas where respectfully you would have been poor, even if you versed the fucking Dragons. So I think you need to, like I'm just using you as an example because you're in front of me. But, like, you need to fix some of these issues if you're going to be competitive on it. And, like, you can't just rely on Moses anymore, bro. And Pezzett was, like, a straight, like, non-factor.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to really judge him.
He got overruled by the occasion, I feel.
Yeah,
like, going back to Melbourne and
former
all of
club. You said you're giving them like some time period.
Yeah,
I'm gonna list out just a few
Melbourne were also incredible.
Of course, but I want to list out just a few of Parramatta's upcoming fixtures, and you tell me when you're going to start maybe judging them. So they got Broncos this week, then they got Dragons, then Penrith, then Tigers, then the Titans, then the Dogs. That's the first
reckon
seven.
they
We will have a
wins
better,
in
like when they verse the Tigers, that's the game where we
like
could
what,
say,
round 5?
That's
yeah,
round 5.
that's a
Easter
game
Monday.
because that's a game that they have to be up for because they've lost that
Even the
game in
Penrith
the last
game.
couple of years.
Even the
Last year
Penrith
they-
game, they have to be
They
up
did
for.
win that game,
Yeah, Moses made his return that game and they carved them up.
but they lost the other one.
Yeah, Tigers had gone
Yeah.
the year before.
But even the game against the Panthers, they usually get up for that as well. So, I don't think it's that.
I'm not
as
expecting them
bad
to
at
beat
Para.
Brisbane and Penrith, but if they're 0-5, then we're gonna be asking questions.
I don't know if they'll go.
I think they'll like that game
I
against
think-
you is the big
I
one.
reckon they'll get
They
1
had
to
that
2 wins.
comeback too.
Yeah, that game they'll be up for.
Yeah, I don't think
But
it's as bad.
I liked what you guys did, and I think that you'll probably beat them. And that Tigers game might be their first chance at a
I
win.
don't know. I feel like we're the type of team that plays the occasion. I
Yeah.
don't want to jump early yet.
Right,
But I did like some things from you, bro.
that is very true.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Melbourne though. The man I want to talk about, of course, Harry Grant. And
Yeah.
look, that was absolutely sensational.
Fuck, he hates Parramatta.
He hates them.
Fuck, what did Parramatta do to you? You know what? It's because he went to the fucking Tigers and he's still carrying on with him. He wants to give something back to the Tigers. So, you know, when they put 70 on the Tigers last year, right? Was it 70, 60?
The year before. Yeah, 2024.
Last year they fucked them as well.
Not like badly, but yeah.
No, they did fuck them badly.
In 2024, not 2025.
Last year they fucked them badly too.
No.
That's why Terrell didn't get picked.
That's
That's
not,
why I think.
It wasn't that. It was close. That was a close game. Let me have a look at the score.
No, they fucking won by 50 at least, the Tigers.
Last year?
Yeah.
Fred.
So, the fucking Melbourne beat Tigers by at least 40, 50.
Oh, so you're talking about Parramatta?
No.
Yeah. It was like, what was it, 74-0 or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Harry might fuck the Tigers every time he plays, but to get the Tigers something, he also fucks Parramatta. You know what I mean? Because they don't like each other. So, so he's just, give and take. You know what I mean? So, he was amazing, dude. And that fucking try he scored, that first one he scored, I was like, dude, where the fuck were these cunts? Like, what are you looking
What was
at?
like 40-meter run,
He's
30-meter
done that
run?
a couple of times now as well. That's
Yeah, I went to a game, he scored pretty much scored the game winner against them, right?
Yeah.
In round one?
Opening round 2022. Yeah. A
Yeah, so
comeback.
I went there just to boo Parramatta. So, that was a funny day, bro. That was a funny day.
2023. Yeah, I remember
But
that now.
yeah, like he just fucking hates Parramatta, bro. But he was great. I love what I was seeing from Munster, Jerome Hughes. I was surprised at how well Joe Chan played.
Yeah.
But the one that I actually want to give credit,
Stefano.
that fucking Stefano was great. But that Moses Leo. I'm like, who the fuck is this NPC? That weird, like, you know what I mean? Like when
But they put this one out, bro.
and then this guy was fucking running like Justin Olam. He reminded me a lot of Justin Olam, the way he was running the football with like maximum like aggression.
They
And
plucked this guy from New Zealand.
he's like Robert. He really reminded me of Robert Toya a little bit as well. So
Yeah, that's true.
very impressed with him. And I'm like asking questions like their outside backs are looking like a bit grim. So, like, and I.
Well,
Like
Coates out for 10 weeks.
I gotta ask, how long is Coates out for?
The minimum round 10.
Fuck. Near Origin.
Yeah.
It's a big loss. So it's going to be a very good fill-in. I don't know, like, who was their other center? Howard.
He had a
I
good
don't
game.
I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Who do you drop when? Because I don't think Meany is a natural center.
But I don't think.
But you can't drop him 'cause he's your goal kicker now.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's gonna. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to be
Yeah,
Leo.
yeah. Like I think Moses, unfortunately, is probably going to have to get dropped unless they move Howie to the back row where, they were projecting him to play when he started.
When you play like Joe Chan and
But
Lasari,
Howard is just going to get consistently better every year, you know what I mean, in my opinion. So it's going to be a tough predicament that they're going to be in when the Ghost comes back.
Supposed rumours that
Warbrick's gone to the Wars.
Going to Wars, that would solve that problem because then you can just have.
Yeah, but that's not this year.
That's not this year. Like in the next couple.
Actually, to be fair, Meany's going to Perth next year anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're talking
I'm
about.
talking about this season. Like, what are you going to do to get the best,
the
most out of your players or the best?
Still,
like, is Moses Leo going to take a backseat until next year? If he keeps playing like that, I don't know if you can really drop him. Like,
probably want to sign somewhere else.
But then who's going to be your goal kicker if Meany's the odd man out?
Well, who was it before? Was Munster kicked for them?
No, Pappenhausen.
I know Pappy, but I'm saying, has Munster kicked for them before?
Barely. He did once.
Munster fucking, his goal kicking's a meme.
Yeah, he's not a good goal
yeah,
kicker.
dude, so, I'm keen to see what they do. Maybe Sewell can kick, I don't know, but...
he can do a lot else, man. He was so good in that game.
He was good too, man. He took a little while for him to get going.
But, mate, once he was on...
But when he was on, the game was pretty much over at this point, but he's just so much fun to watch. I was like, Mum, watch this kid, man. He's like... It's like I'm watching...
Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, but I give Jai Gray that nickname. But yeah, true. That's what I was going to say. But I'm like, dude, it's like I'm watching, like... I don't know. He's like Benji at fullback. Like, the way he moves and shit.
That's
he's
a
just
big comparison.
No, like, I'm not
Reminds
saying
me
in
of
terms of
Scotty a
quality,
little
but in terms of how this guy moves, it's like RTS. I think that's what young RTS, where you didn't know if he was gonna zig or zag at all. Like you don't actually know where he's going. It's not a question of like, okay, I know he's going this way, but I can't stop him. It's I
actually don't know yet.
I got no fucking clue. I don't think Sua knows where he's going. I don't think he knows where he's going, bro. He just plays off vibes.
He's the type of player that couldn't be a coach one day because
he just plays off straight instinct.
Just score. I would have scored there.
Yeah, he's like, bro, he's just vibing, bro. He's like, hey, I'm going this way and this way and this way, because he's just on a different speed to everyone else, bro. And I just love watching him, man. I could literally watch him all day.
And what makes him special is he's I think one of Melbourne's first like proper Victorian juniors, like proper like from Victoria. Went through their academy. Like,
Victoria, that's in Queensland. Yeah, the real ones, remember. The Samoa, that's in Queensland. They'll probably get him to play for Queensland.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on that game?
No, move on to the next one, boys.
We'll move on to the next game. Waz and Roosters.
I just want to do something real quick. I'm giving you a clap, Warriors. I'm giving you a clap.
Made someone happy.
I was not fucking expecting that shit, bro. Sorry to cut you off, Joe.
Nah, it's all good, bro. But yeah, Waz getting the job done 42-18.
Who the fuck thought they had 42 points in them against the Roosters?
The Roosters super team.
No Metcalf, bro.
Or Barnett.
Yeah, but Metcalf was like where a lot of their points came from. But, dude, they just fucking wanted that game more than the Roosters. And I hate using general terms like that, but, bro, they were fucking up for it. How could they not be up for it when their social media dropped a video that fucking good before the game, bro?
So he's getting Fred all emotional.
I was fucking G'd up, cunt. You don't even have Bunty on the team anymore. I wanted to run through a brick wall. Bro, that video had everyone, not just myself, not just my group chat, but, bro, genuinely people were just complimenting that fucking video. How can you lose when that's the video your social media drops before the fucking game? I was ready, cuz. And the Warriors were ready too. They just fucking, like... I didn't watch this game live. I had to go back and watch it, but I was just impressed by how the Warriors played. The real question is whether this is...
a flash in the pants sort of moment, or is it going to be like their...
Yeah, like I've seen round one performances from the Warriors that were amazing and then they just fell off a cliff. It's going to be hard to see...
I think everyone's still chasing that, like, Webster first year vibes thing, right? Where they were just...
SJ was like... It was just electric. You had the whole vibe in the team was just like pinging off each other.
Yeah, but they just played the game the right way and were just capitalizing on all of the ill discipline that the Roosters were having. Like, I will say this, the Roosters were absolutely shocking from what I saw of this game, man.
What do you think about them? Like, honestly, take the hatred out of it.
I think... Oh, no. I honestly tipped them to be top 4, and I think they will be. I think if they just stop giving the fucking ball away and they stop blowing a million penalties away.
Like,
That's
literally-
such
and-
a
and they-
Roosters trait.
I know they always
Wait,
the eel
okay,
discipline
I
is
really
bad.
I know,
Tell me that's
but-
not diabolical.
I know,
11
but
penalties
the
to
Roosters have
4.
done this
Yeah.
previously before. Like
Dude.
you'll watch the Roosters, they'll score like 20 points, but at the same time they'll give 20 points, and it's like
The ill discipline is their biggest issue. They are their own worst enemy. Well, their errors too.
13-8.
Yeah, that's a lot of errors, a lot of bad discipline, bro. I'm not gonna blame the referee and say that they were bad. I think the Roosters' discipline was just very poor, and it's gonna take a little. And I think, but over the long run, like I think they'll be elite because they've got 2 elite kickers with 2 elite wingers aerially.
Well, you say that, but then Walker on the first tackle was kicking it to Kurt Capewell's hands.
Yeah. The execution wasn't there, brother. The execution wasn't really there, and it was in New Zealand, eh?
Yeah.
Like that's gonna always be a hard place to win. I'm not gonna be too judgmental on the Roosters because they typically start shit. Like I'll never forget the Dolphins started their first season and beat the Roosters, like in round 1. And Warriors usually start pretty well from memory as well. So
Yeah, they do.
But I was just really impressed with how they played, how Tanner Boy played, how Chanel played, how fucking RTS played. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna. I need to see. I still don't have the Warriors in my 8, and I'm not gonna put them in the 8. But if they're gonna keep playing like that, they will win a lot more games than I think they will. But my issue with the Warriors is, I know they scored 40 points, all right, but I think the lack of the lack of points with at least in the period without Metcalf, I think that's gonna bite them in the ass. I don't think they're gonna be scoring 30, 40 every week, but I'd love to be proven wrong. You know, Waz fans, I love yous. You know, I'm always backer for the Waz. Like I sort of soft spot for them. And usually when I doubt yous do well because the year I picked you to win the comp, you came like 14th. So, but I'm doubting him again. I hope they prove me wrong, just like last year, just like a couple of years ago with the Sean Johnson year. But yeah, I think we're gonna need to see more from both these teams because I just think it was a good Warriors performance against a really bad Roosters
That
team.
was the thing. Like, yes, Warriors are really good, but like at the same time, Roosters were really poor.
Yeah.
Like they just weren't executing, and you could just tell DC and Walker were kind of getting each other's way at times. But then also just their own errors were just like really like the basic stuff they just weren't like getting right.
Like unforced shit, man. Like stuff
Yeah.
that the Warriors weren't forcing. It's just plain bad errors and bad penalties. And that's where I'm like, okay, they're having a stinker. I think, I don't know if Warriors would have beaten like a team like Penrith if they played like
Do you
that.
think they're missing a bit of leadership in the pack for the Roosters?
They're gonna fight Hawaii. Warriors kept him very quiet this game, but last year he was a dog. Last year, like he took charge of that forward pack. Everyone thought when Terrell May left, all right, Roosters don't have an alpha anymore.
But I think what I'm trying to get
No,
at,
I
there's
think
a
he's talking
certain-
about like they're missing a Waria Hargraves,
that's
well,
bro. I think they were sort of missing it last year too.
Yeah, that's true. Though.
like I think
Like, they need an
Teddy
unk.
at the back can kind of do his things with the back row. I'm just kind of asking from the perspective of the pack. Do you
Like
think
Lindsay's supposed to be that alpha, and Victor, they're supposed to be that. Lindsay's supposed to be that veteran leader, same as Victor Radley. Victor Radley's suspended for like ages, bro.
No, like they managed to reduce like to 5 weeks.
right?
Oh, okay.
Which, but still, he's not playing. Right?
No, he's not playing.
That's
Yeah.
one point.
I think when they're at full strength, they will have those leaders.
Doesn't how the Lenny is going to be out for a month.
Yeah, that's also a big one, bro. So, they're vulnerable at the moment without those big boys, mate.
But at the same time, we've got to give full credit to that New Zealand crowd. They were from like kickoff to full
Come on,
time,
bro.
were loud,
Some of the best
off their
fans.
head. Their posters, the plucked one was so
you guys
funny.
played there this year
Nah.
in New Zealand, or
Nah.
did you have any games there?
The last time we played there was SJ's last game in New Zealand.
Yeah, and we beat them.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, that was a big win as well.
Yeah.
I just think it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a boys trip down to.
That would be nice.
I think a Magic Round there would be great, but that's just me, I
Be
guess.
cold.
It would be cold, but I don't care about the cold, mate. I care about vibes and what they deserve as fans, right?
That is true.
But yeah, their fan base is fucking amazing, bro. I'd love to go see a game there.
That's why I'm just floating the idea.
Maybe in the finals, bro.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be
Oh,
something?
how about we make a pact right now? If they make finals footy, let's go watch the finals game there.
I don't think we're gonna be able to fucking get tickets. But
Yeah,
you
no,
know
that's
what? You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Yeah, he'll get some corporate deal.
Corporate
Yeah,
Fetty.
shut up, man.
He'll pull some strings.
Come on,
He'll
corporate Fetty.
call Telstra like, hey, can you fly me over to New Zealand?
Yeah, I got some contacts, but I'd get all of us in. Next game, bro.
Next game. Well,
Game of the round, if you ask me. Not even.
oh my god. Yeah, Broncos Penrith. Penrith 26, the Broncos donuts.
Shout out Kempy.
Oh yeah, how was the stream?
He was good. Like, nice guy. Like, I didn't meet Kempy until
Vegas.
Las Vegas, and I didn't give him a shout out in the previous initial one because I'm obviously going to give him a big shout out here. Guy is someone that I was like looking to meet ever since I started this thing, because I don't think I would have started this whole NRL thing if he didn't pave the way for all of us. He's an OG, bro. You know, Unk's been doing this for 10 years. 10 plus years, bro. And
Skin in the game.
I just had a really good vibe with him from the beginning, man. And he was very nice to me. And he said straight away, dude, I got to get you on the live stream when we get back. Broncos Penrith. I'm like, let's do it, bro. And so I wanted to give him a big thank you because he gave me this opportunity, and I'm very thankful for it. And I had a lot of fun, and the Broncos didn't even score 1 point. So
Except for that one little moment.
How did Stags not score that?
I think he scored.
I was like, dude, I gotta rage bait this guy, bro. Because we're got that. Like, he's very banterous guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I reckon I could really rile him up a little bit.
Man of his word, though, he wore the clown makeup today for their podcast.
Yeah, and he wore it the week before because he said Burton wasn't going to play, and he played. So clown makeup's becoming a real common thing for Kempy. But yeah, our clip was funny, bro. I just wanted to rage bait him. I think he scored, bro. Oh, and I fucking got him. I got him good. But the stream was fun, man. Yeah, real raw, like similar to how I would do them. Hello Sport's a lot more like you got couches and everyone in the background's doing everything, and you're just like
shit talking while watching the footy.
Watching the footy. But me and Kempy were like really into the game.
Felt like being at your mate's house and
and he's very loud, bro. Like he would just be chilling and he just starts screaming like, "Go Doze, I'm a fuck." I'm like, but. He was a lot of fun to watch the game with, man, and I'd love to keep working with Kempy in the future as well.
What did you think of the overall game?
Oh, man, I was shocked by the fucking errors.
The hangover
18 errors by the Broncos.
The
18.
errors from both these teams, because Penrith were at 13.
Yeah.
19 errors for the Broncos and 14 for Penrith.
Oh, so many knock-ons.
This is the thing, though.
Penrith weren't that good. They didn't complete very well, but fuck, the Broncos were their own worst enemy with the penalties and the fucking set restarts, and they couldn't fucking catch a ball, couldn't catch a bomb. And Penrith, man, you cannot give Penrith that much field position, that much fucking peel outside your fucking 20-meter line, because they will fuck you, and that is exactly what happened. And that try right on halftime, they came off the back of that stupid City Stags charge down that was unnecessary from memory. I think it came off that.
Yeah,
it just wasn't necessary, and then it ended up biting them in the ass, and they're going into the sheds down 16, 18-0.
18-0.
That's tough, bro. And then they just came out in the second half, and they were still flat. So I'm going to say it was the hangover. Broncos always start slow, except for last year when they put 50 on the Roosters. But
they had a good start last year.
Yeah, they had a really good start last year, and then
really bad middle.
Yeah, the middle period was fucked. But that middle period, if it didn't happen, they wouldn't have come back so strong. So, I'm gonna say, listen, competition hangover. Teams of they got held to zero, but mate, Penrith got held to zero by Melbourne a couple of years ago and ended up winning the comp. So. I'm not going
to... The Melbourne only beat them 8-0. This was a 26-0 thumping.
Yeah, but you got to look at the quality of the game. I think the scoreline flatters Penrith.
It does.
To a certain degree.
Because they were like fucking edging the try line like 5 times the Broncos. So.
Well, Broncos, how many times did they try and do a cut-out pass to their back row and the back row was drop it?
Yeah, honestly, Williston dropped it twice, pretty much going over the line.
Like if he...
Katoni as well. Like, they just all weren't themselves, bro. Gajewski was getting fucking targeted bad, bro. Like they need P. Kura back ASAP because Gajewski they were out to get Gajewski, and Gajewski was not up for the challenge last night. He is a champion, but he was not up for the He was not up for the challenge last night, bro.
But with that hangover, I know it's probably a little bit early to tell, but do you think it has to do with anything with the player announcements in the off season?
You gotta
the
think.
I think it does
retirements,
contribute.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think it plays a part, but I've only seen one game. I've got one game as a sample size.
And
It's
the
not
versus
enough.
a team everyone's picked as favourites.
That's
to win the
Penrith, bro.
No,
Like,
that's why I'm saying
As
it's
I
one
can't
game.
blame them for getting belted by Penrith.
If it was like
Especially if Penrith are coming from a point of revenge, right?
Bro, they're hungry.
Because they
Like,
just,
they have
the way they
Like,
lost that
they're
game
my
last
champions
year.
this year. Nathan's my fucking Dally M. You know what I mean? They
Reece
are
Walsh
locked
went
in.
on steroids for the last 20 minutes in
toilet.
that game last year.
the
So,
whole game, but like you gotta look at if this was like this is no disrespect to the other teams. This was like a Titans, Tigers, a Dragons, and Eels. You think okay, that's a bit odd. But this is like Penrith talking
Yeah,
about.
it's Penrith, bro.
4-time premiers. Like they've been in the big games.
But I will say one thing.
But also, just quickly, the fact that the Broncos have this sort of hangover, it kind of attributes to how good Penrith have been to not get that sort of hangover 4 years straight. You never once, not once did I think during this 4-year period did we ever say, oh, they might have a bit of grand final hangover. We just thought,
last year.
Last year.
Last year was different.
Last year was bad.
but they won their first game. Then they came back to Sydney, and then they just all went downhill.
Yeah, like they lost to the Roosters.
C team, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
B
That
team.
was a bad one. I think they really miss Kobe Hetherington.
Yeah, he's
Like
an
that
underrated
fucking
boss.
bench was flat, dude. Like they really need some oomph off that bench, and maybe when they're full strength, they probably will. But like, I think Kobe Hetherington, that game needed a Kobe Hetherington, and he's now at Manly. So I think he was a little bit undervalued in terms of like the impact he would have because he's just a really tough player. And
And the fact that he needed Payne Haas to play 79 minutes. Yes, a HA was contributed to that, but Payne Haas was worked to his absolute core in that game.
yeah.
Again, he was their best player on ground, in my opinion. And
Yeah, but I don't think it was hard to be their best player with how everyone played.
yeah, everyone was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, Reece Walsh is back to, you say he was the most rocks and diamonds player?
Yeah.
That game was just all rocks from him.
Reynolds was fucking like Reynolds was doing uncharacteristic
Kicks
errors.
out on the full.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that first half.
No, I think it was Ben Hunt that kicked it out on the full, but he kicked it dead. The first kick he put in went dead.
It was like a weirdly big kick.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's not Adam Reynolds that I know. You know what I mean?
But he has that in his game.
Oh, yeah,
like
'cause he
very
knows that
rarely.
Reynolds now. I forgot he
Nah,
missed
but
his
he
job.
has that like very rarely in his game where he'll just make that.
Stop doing that. I knew Adam Reynolds when I was a kid. Adam Reynolds didn't know me. I knew, like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't know who I
but
was
now-
as a kid.
Now after when he beats the Dogs,
He still doesn't know that I would go get the balls from him when he was kicking goals from the sideline after practice. I still haven't told him that story.
Well,
He
But
still doesn't know I have like 10 footy balls at home.
no, I didn't. I gave him all back. But like, dude, like as someone that puts in extras like him, like he deserves all the success he gets. That was a championship hangover game from Adam Reynolds. So, again, very uncharacteristic from this Broncos team. Like I just want to see like 2 good seasons in a row from him. But
yeah, that's the thing with Broncos. They're very up and down. Like, you look at 2023, they go all into a grand final, 20 minutes away from a premiership. Then 2024, absolutely plummeted. Like, they were getting steamrolled most weeks. Then 2025, obviously.
still flogged us, bro.
No, in 2024,
Was it 23 at Belmore or 24?
23 was Belmont.
Okay.
No, in 2024, we went to Suncorp for 42 points on them.
Yeah, we did. So 2024 we got him. 2023.
They beat you
I still have
both games
PTSD.
last year, didn't they?
Yeah. One was at
I was at one of them.
Yeah, they pumped you in one of the games.
Yeah, the
didn't
Telstra ad started because
they?
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
without
yeah, it was Origin, 34-0 half time, wasn't it?
no, Origin was 16-0 winning and blew it.
Oh, yeah.
That was our first loss of the year last year when we were 6-0, and they beat us 34-0 at halftime.
And they played that whistle ad.
And then that's when the Telstra ad began. So thank you, Broncos. I wouldn't have been on the Telstra ad if it wasn't for you guys fucking
special place
flogging
for you.
us. Because that was the one that crash out was the one they used in the ad.
Bro, imagine me.
I'm 34-0 down at halftime and they make me watch this fucking ad.
And that's the ad. They put that exact.
That's the one that they used in the flashback. So thank you, Broncos.
But, yeah, honestly, Penrith, at times, it did look like they were running a bit of a training session, just going through the motions. Edwards had a really good game. Tom Jenkins, snagging a try.
Give me the man of the match, brother. Give him the fucking man of the match.
But Milky Jenkins?
Milky.
I'd
Give
give
him-
it to Edwards personally, because Edwards was so good.
Oh, bro, I got this thing where, like, someone wrote in chat that I don't know what's wrong with Edwards. The last 6 to 8 months, he hasn't looked himself. And Kempy's legit about to start talking about how, it's actually been longer than that. Like, he's literally saying that. And he's about to say, like, that he's sort of washed. like he's been watched for longer than that, and then Edwards scored. So it was like I couldn't stop it. I couldn't help but laugh at the timing. But yeah, go watch that back on the stream. But that was funny. I couldn't stop laughing at that. But nah, I gotta give it to Milky, dude. He was everywhere for him, man.
Was there anything else in that game?
Nah, we'll go to the next game because
Next game, that's...
hey, listen,
a lot to say about this one.
hey,
Not much
BKR,
to say
bro.
about this game.
I have a lot to say.
BKR, bro, just go back overseas, man.
Is he
Just
back?
he came back. Just go back overseas.
Yeah.
No, I think he's still overseas because he wasn't at the game.
Well, there you go.
Just
Hey,
go back overseas,
If
bro.
you don't know what we're talking about, Sharks beat the Titans 50 points to 10
At least they scored some tries.
at the brand new Ocean Protect Stadium. That's their new name.
Why is that what the Sharks? Says?
Ocean Protect Stadium. That's their new
Oh, you know, I thought it was the Titans stadium for a second. That makes sense. Like, they're a shark. Like, you got to protect the sharks, right? Like, if sharks go extinct, then you have to change your name, right? You don't see a team called the Dodos, the Dodo Birds. You don't see a team called, like, the Dinosaurs. Like, I guess Raptors are, like,
the Raptors.
Raptors are extinct, but, like, you don't see the fucking Parramatta T-Rexes, you know what I mean? Like you don't want your club mascot to go extinct. So protect the ocean, I get.
Yeah, Sharks.
I'm surprised they didn't put it Lebo Protect or Shire Protect. Like protect from the Lebos. You know?
Oh, hey.
20 years ago.
And we won that battle, bro. Kebab shops in Cronulla everywhere.
All right. I just say we can't talk about this game without talking about the man of the hour, bold Braden Trindle. What an
This is like
He proved something in life. Sometimes you just need to know when to let it go.
LeBron just cut it off, bro. Stephen A just cut it off. Who else, mate? Alex Caruso cut it off. Won a championship, 2 championships. Who else?
Dylan Edwards arguably played
Dylan
some of his
Edwards
career best footy when he cut
Cut it off.
like, mate.
Gutherson cut off and got worse. I guess he was like Samson.
Well, now he's got his hair back.
Reece Walsh was like Samson. He also went buzz cut like he was in the army. Got worse. But Braden Trindle, I kept thinking, man, Will Kennedy's put a good kick in there. And then I realized it's not Will Kennedy. Like, why the fuck would Will Kennedy kick
Why
it?
does Will Kennedy look so bulky
He looked
now?
he looked like fucking Will Kennedy bad. It took me like 10 minutes to realize
Did you see that
Braden
photo of him
Trindle's
celebrating?
fucking bold.
It's the greatest photo
was
from
like,
this weekend.
It was like the Spider-Man meme, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Spider.
So who was it?
Or it was like
Anderson,
Mansour
Kennedy?
and Abbas Mishki. Like when they looked the exact same. Like,
This is the greatest image. The 3
oh my
Boldies,
goodness.
All of them.
The Bold Brothers.
The Bold Brothers. Shout out Roasty for putting that photo. It's the greatest
Right.
frame.
That is, but Trindle was like Michael Jordan, was like Kobe Bryant, like bold Mamba. You know what I mean? Like, come on, boys. Like, that was a generational performance.
Not finished yet.
But
More than
he's
2 tries,
I
4
gotta.
try
He's,
assists.
if this guy has like a fucking big year this year, like Bold Trindle was gonna be up there with like Hoodie Mello and like you know, Fred Van Vliet after he had a son. Post toilet water Reece Walsh. Like this is gonna be like a legendary like in rugby league folklore, bro. So yeah,
Like this is probably the most complete.
yeah, Swansea meet you. Come on, bro. That was a good year. That was a good year, bro.
This was the first
I
time.
didn't real ones know that one.
Yeah. QPR Taraft. You know what I mean?
To me, this was the first time in a very long time that Hines and Trindle, they looked like they were on a flow state as a halves parent. They looked like they were both actually, instead of competing against each other, they were working together.
Yeah.
Were they or were the Titans that bad?
No, I'm gonna.
I need to.
It's a
like
mix
they
of
were
both.
good.
It's hard to.
Like, they were
where
good,
do you
though.
draw?
You can't deny.
They were very good because you don't put 50 on a team without playing good. But the Titans were fucked, like absolutely fucked. AJ Brimson, I don't think I've ever seen him have a worse game in his life,
That was bad.
bro. This guy couldn't fucking catch a cold, mate. And like they looked so like I like Cronulla were good, and I think everybody expected them to be good. I saw this coming, right?
He's injured. 2 to 4 weeks.
Who?
JC.
Campbell.
Oh, I think you're talking about fucking.
No.
Because he's injured too. You heard his rotator cuff, JC. But yeah, they look fucked, cunt. Like, Keanu Kinney's the only bloke having a crack yesterday, bro.
Boy, then he got absolutely belted by.
Bro, that guy
Italy.
got hammered, bro. We know that Cronulla were going to play good, but I was not expecting the Titans to be this shit. They retained everybody, and they had some debuts from guys that had some big names. I liked what I saw from Cooper Bye.
Yeah,
I don't think he got enough ball. I think he needs to go
Bro,
looking for the
bro,
ball.
He got very limited minutes. He didn't come on to the second half.
Yeah, no, I think he should have come on early, and I think this kid needs to go looking for the ball because that's a big boy, man. But I just think, I did not like what I saw from the Titans, and they've let Luffy Pereira go, and at times they dropped him because of his defense and his errors, and the guy they replaced him with.
Much better.
Yeah, so much better. But I liked he's like Greg Marju.
Well, that's what
I kept thinking it was Greg Marju. I was like, did he go back to the Titans? Like, oh no, it's the new guy. I got him in my super coach. But he's got some work that needs to be done. And he was not much better than Luffy, and he couldn't they just kept dropping bombs. That was the biggest issue. They were all dropping the high. They could not defuse kicks for shit. Now, I'm going to say that they're not going to have a game that bad this season at defusing kicks again, but it was hard to watch at times. And just go back, Titans fans just, I don't give them a draft because they just keep, that's the only way they're going to get better. Give them draft picks, bro.
Does this make you worry, though? Obviously, with the game expanding, this is always something that we always talk about. There's not enough quality players and enough positions in order to keep expanding.
Look,
the Titans have been a franchise for what now?
20 years almost.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we can literally count on one hand how many times they've played finals.
Well, I really
won a
believe
finals game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you've got the Dolphins.
It's all Patrick Herbert's fault. Still his fault.
Right, you got the Dolphins, and then now we've got Perth coming in, and then we've got a PNG team coming in. Do we actually have a sustainable model where, these teams are actually going to come in and make a difference? 20 years is a tough time as a Titans, and most of them is shit to cut it lightly, Yeah,
I think the Dolphins are way ahead of schedule compared to them.
And that says a lot, but they've been, existence 3 years?
They've been rebuilding for 10 years, bro. They've been rebuilding, man, these guys. But I know this team is very young, so I understand the growing pains. But,
but as a fan,
I feel bad for Tino, dude, because he's fucking
just
torn his ACL and he's coming back, and they're still the same fucking team they were when he left. And I think Josh Hannay is the answer for them, in my opinion, in terms of a coach. And I think they need to stick with him. And
you can't judge him on one game.
When you're trying to fix stupid, it's going to take a while.
Well, let me ask
because they say you can't fix stupid. I think elite coaching or elite teaching can fix stupid. And they are undoing all the years of bad habits and the years of terrible culture. And I think he's the guy to start it. But fuck, if Des couldn't do it, then it's going to take a massive effort from Josh Hannay. But he sort of fits the timeline of the team a lot better than Desi.
But Des is a now coach. We've always had conversations about this where Des, he needed to come in and make sure he could win you the premiership in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And when he came in, he's not.
Yeah, he has not done that.
And let's build the team and yada, 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 yada.
Yeah,
right?
but I think it's going to take a long time for Josh to put his proper imprint on the team, just like Serraldo. It took him a year to get his system in.
This year, you just got to find out.
This year's a fucking write-off.
You got to find out who's not up for the fight this year. That's what this year's about.
Got to cull.
Right? And then next year you start trying to take
a bit of
the next
But they've been culling for 5 years, mate. They remind me of the Sacramento Kings, bro.
Which is why I'm kind of at what point do you just go the expansion? Where are they actually going to get players that make them a better team? How do you sell that project to an elite player? Do you know what I'm trying to say? How many times have they gone sniffing for elite halves, elite back rowers, elite whatever position you want to look at? And it's just you had Fafita. I know Fafita, obviously, how it played out. But you had him literally sign a deal somewhere else, then backflip, and then come back. You know what I mean? It doesn't...
you want guys that don't want to be there, bro.
But how do you get people to want to be there?
You got to create a fucking... you got to have the foundation first, brother. Foundation starts from your club's coaching staff and your club's facilities and your club's...
Starts in the boardroom.
Fucking culture, brother. Man. You go to the Dogs and you have a team with a foundation, a team with a great boardroom, guys that know... They have a vision for what the club is going to be and a whole plan in place. And they have legends that have been part of the culture for the last 5-10 years that are going to help fucking... especially the ones that have been there the last 5 years, bro. They're going to help sell the vision to everyone else, man, because they were part of the same vision many years ago. Bro, the Titans have like one club legend, and it's Preston Campbell. And Anthony Don, maybe, but Anthony Don was mid. And like, he's not a fucking legendary player.
Craig Bird.
Fucking great. Anthony, fucking Minicello's brother, Mark. Fuck, man, who's the club legend? Like, who's going to fucking say, hey, listen, bro, besides the dollars and the city.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
But
You're overpaying on players that don't deserve the contracts.
Yeah. Oh, no,
You're
you're taking a gamble on young players that they hopefully
but
turn
they
into
need
it.
the good players, or not the good players. They need those experienced vets to nurture them. You know, just because you're young and good doesn't mean you're going to be good. Like,
Yeah.
you need someone to get you there. So
You need the coaching staff to nurture these young players.
But you also
They
need
they
the
will
players, but you also need
they
the
will be
players.
the foundation that helps you get the big pieces, the big fish, bro, that want to join. They don't want to. A lot of players, especially marquee free agents, don't want to go through a rebuild. They want to join
they want to be the final piece.
because they want to be the fucking turbo to an engine that's already good. They don't want to be a turbo on a fucking Toyota Yaris, brother.
I mean,
Now, tell me that's not
what a setup, though.
Cuz tell me that's not the best fucking analogy ever, brother. They want to be a fucking turbo to a fucking 2JZ, brother. Get it? You need the 2JZ first to get a Cam Munster. Yeah, exactly, bro. Too soon, Junior.
But the big issue with the
Smoke 'em.
with these Titans is the fact that over this offseason, they managed to retain literally everyone. JC, Bo Fermor, Tino, Cooper Bai. They were all like Tino and Cooper Bai were ready to go to other clubs. Melbourne was knocking on the door for Cooper Bai, and Tino was going to go maybe Perth. Our name was thrown in the mix until Gus said our salary cap is full. But everyone stayed and everyone committed long term.
But they believe in Josh, that's why.
But when you believe in Josh, you just think you would see more of that on the field.
But that's gonna take time, bro.
That won't translate.
They
in one game.
believe he will be the man to bring it onto the field over time, just like Serraldo. You can't judge a coach on their first season. I will see how they do at the back end of the season.
I mean, unless
but
it's horrid, like
it's
horrid.
clear the fucking
Well,
heart is
All right.
not there.
If they have a consistent games like this the rest of the season where they're just getting blown out of games by half
I
time,
don't think that will happen. I think they will get better during the year. I think we said the same thing about the Eels last year. And I thought the Eels for a couple of games last year were a really good looking team. They were able to unearth some juniors, and the Eels not to the same extremity that the Titans are probably.
The
go
Sharks
through,
also ruthless, bro.
Yeah.
they are.
No,
Well, they're good at bashing the bottom teams. That's just been a thing for them. Also, I just haven't looked at their
You're
draw.
calling them bullies.
Bro, bottom of my bullies.
Don't be a bully. Mully.
Bro, the Titans' last 3 games of the year are all at Seabus, so they probably should have a good back end of the
The
year.
hot box.
Yeah, literally. That's actually really
But
weird.
I don't think I think the Titans will be okay to a certain degree. I just think, yeah, with the new coaches, like we said, man, it takes time. It takes time, but
Alrighty.
I don't know, even the longevity perspective, if it's going to amount to anything. That's my.
We'll have to see, man. Next game, boys.
You want to move on
Why are
to
you
the next
super
game?
excited about the next game?
Because it was a fucking banger.
Ripper.
This was a great game. Manly Raiders went to Golden Point. This is the first game on Australian soil this year that wasn't a complete blowout. 29-28. Honestly, momentum was a big defining factor in this game.
Bro, I can't believe the Raiders won this game. And I got to give them my props. It was actually inspiring how these cunts didn't touch the ball for fucking 11 minutes. They had it was like 75 tackles to 15 at one point. And Manly gassed out before the Raiders did. What a fucking, bro, I know, like I had you just outside my 8 this year because I feel like you will miss Jamal. But seeing Sanders play, like,
I've seen him go up against a person who's
yeah,
replaced as
yeah,
well.
I was impressed with him, man. Like, I don't think he did too much, but he did his job.
But that's all you need. You know,
Did his
sometimes,
job, and I
especially
think-
when you're his age. Like,
Now,
you can't.
the points are what, like, the points are, I know the forward pack's there. I know the defense is going to be there. It's the points that I'm like,
Do you think they have enough X factor?
yeah, like, I know they got X factor, man, but I'm talking about, like, the ability to break down a team consistently. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Because Jamal really helped with that.
I
With the
think-
kicking and the smart decision making and the
position, yeah.
steering the team around the park. Like, he led the league in tries this last year, and I think that's a massive loss.
I think they'll lose.
And I think he allowed Ethan Strange to be so good by taking all that leadership off his hands and running the team off his hands and letting Strange just run. Now it's like you got 2 young halves and you lose an experienced 7. I think it's a big loss, but They did miss him at times last game, but man, they just got off to such a bad start. Then once they got rolling, bro, Manly could not keep up with these guys whatsoever. When Paseka came off, and I think Gerbo came off as well, they just
What about
fucking...
that headgear?
Bro, that headgear, man, it looked like fucking... He's got scrotums all over his head.
What's that guy in Marvel?
The Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut.
No, you know, he looked like... I'm watching My Hero Academia. He looked like fucking the guy with the purple balls in his head. He fucking looked like that. Real ones, no. But, yeah, dude, when they went off, fuck, man, he collapsed. Like, that was a bad stint. They conceded 28 unanswered, I think. And then the game looked fucking over. And then Tolu Kola's like, yeah, nah, I want to play football. Give me the fucking ball. Fuck you. Bang, try. Line break. They score again. And then they get in a fucking 2-point penalty kick. Like right at the end for offside, which he was. That was a crazy finish, man. 14 points in 6 minutes was insane. But some of these tries the Raiders were scoring were fucking incredible. In the fucking pissing down rain as well. That pickup, like... Savage fucked that one pickup up.
Yeah, on
that
the wide, yeah.
You know what I mean? When no one was within cooee of him. But then he made up for it by catching a fucking kick that no one had the right catching. So
Almost got a hat trick.
they were in the flow state for a solid half an hour of that game where nothing could go wrong. And they were just fucking Manly up bad. And then out of nowhere, again, they switched off. Manly fucking a couple of bitter individual brilliance.
For a younger team, right? It's that inconsistency, whether it's from game to game or for periods within a game, right? And I think that's probably going to be the thing that actually works to Canberra's advantage, but also disadvantages them. Like, you know how you just said with the young halves, you don't know how they go, they'll miss the leadership. I think that's a good thing. But then on the flip, it's a bad thing. But on the flip side, the good thing is that, like, because they're young, they're also unpredictable.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of, we always go back to that whole thing. There's not a lot of footage on these kids. There's not a lot of gameplay. A lot of coaches haven't set up for them. Yeah, you can bash the sevens and stuff, but you might also get them in the position where if the Raiders have a lot of ball, these kids might pull something out of nothing. So, be interesting to see how they go. I
was really impressed by Raiders and how they fucking bounced back after that terrible start. 14-0 down, barely touched the fucking ball, away at Manly. Pissing down rain.
That game could have gone
You had
away
every fucking right to down tools, not touching the ball for fucking 12 minutes, being gassed the fuck out. First game of the season, you know what I mean? You're not at match fitness.
Young, whatever,
You're not fucking mid-season fitness yet. But they didn't fucking miss a beat. They were so fucking fit. They gassed out.
They've built a good culture.
Manly gassed out quicker than them, bro. I couldn't believe it. Ricky's done an amazing job this preseason because every other team would have fucking gassed out under the same fucking situation. Pretty much every team. I think there were a few teams that are as fit as they are. But, like, dude, they just fucking weathered the storm. They got one, and once they got one, the first time they were over there, Noah Martin, he had a really good, he had a great debut, bro. It's like Matty Nicholson had a double his debut last year as well. So, good on you, kid. And I really like what I saw.
That second one just was hard running, man.
Yeah, that rattled them. That rattled Manly bad, bro, that second one. You know what I mean? That looked like they were going to run away with it, and then out of nowhere, things settled a bit, and then Tolu Kola, new 5-year deal, fucking made himself announced. I think Turbo looked really good as well. I was so happy to see him like actually running, look at himself.
Coming off of, I think preseason it's good luck.
Yeah, man, I was really happy to see him looking healthy, man. He was good. Savelia Tamale, man, I think he really helped turn the game around with his carries. He had some monster carries, dude, and Xavier Savage again, the X factor, bro. Some of that stuff was just individual brilliance. Some of it was, you know, he's just making that wing spot his own, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him. But that was just a fucking cracking game, man. And I think Jamal Fogarty played well. And I just think Manly.
Would you say it was game of the round, that game?
Yeah, I would say that was game of the round because it was.
As a neutral, not
yeah,
even just
dude,
as
it
a
was
neutral,
fucking amazing to watch, man. And I had to see great feats of strength, and both teams really dig deep to make that game what it was.
Yeah.
And I love seeing the struggle, and I love seeing both teams have to dig deep and go to a dark place to get themselves out of it. You know what I mean? And was very entertaining to watch. It was just great rugby league, man.
RUGBA lag.
It really was. And again, you always obviously touched on a lot of the big talking points. Noah Martin, mate, wheels up for him, especially considering Matt Nicholson apparently injured his shoulder in Cup over the weekend. So, mate, if you own him as Supercoach, stocks up for him.
He's got a brother too, Miles.
Yeah, Miles Martin. I think he's played like one game or something.
And when you have a do like that, you deserve to get over the line twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
And then Sanders obviously really stepped up. I think he's really locked in that 7 jersey. I think Cody
Yeah.
Black's going to have to wait a little bit longer.
That was a cold-ass field goal, bro.
Like, didn't even celebrate.
Like, you're like 5 games into your NRL career, you kick a 38-meter field goal. By the way,
They had to
what the fuck was your social distancing from Manly defenders?
Oh, that was
Why are
bad.
you not pressuring that kick and every other kick that Ethan Sanders put in? That's why I'm like, I want to see how he does when there's a fucking defensive line
Pressure.
actually chasing
Like a
him.
kick out, running
Because
out
they
or
just
something.
fucking left him every single kick to just do whatever the fuck he wanted. He had total freedom. They were like defending him like
He's not a threat.
honestly, like they were defending him like, you know, when there's a like you're versing a chick in Oztag, you don't want to like rush up and because you're accidentally gonna hit her hard.
Yeah.
Like they were showing him like defending him like they pitied him, like they felt bad for him, like they didn't want to hurt him because that guy had no pressure. I don't think he saw a guy running at him when he was taking a kick the whole game. And I was like, dude, that last extra time, fuck, they were actually social distancing, bro. 1.5 meters, 2 meters away. They didn't want to catch COVID from him. And he just slotted it 38, 37 meters out right over the fucking post. And he didn't even celebrate.
That's cold.
Cold as fuck. I think part of it was also like they didn't know if they were going to give it or not.
Yeah.
Because the referee didn't blow. He didn't blow it, but they were just checking if it was a 2 or a 1. I'm like, fucking blow it and then figure it out later.
I know, but still, it created a great moment.
What a moment, dude.
And it kept off a great game. Obviously, there were a lot of storylines going to this Fogarty's first game against Canberra.
it was Raiders, yeah.
And then it's a rainy night at Brookie. Like, you just didn't know what was going to happen. And it was probably the best game of the round. If not this one, probably the next game we're going to talk about if we're ready to move on to that one.
I'm ready.
Move on to
Congrats, Raiders.
exactly to Dolphins,
Last game of the
Souths.
round.
This was one of my honestly, I had so much fun watching this.
This was a
game.
lot of fun. The
Like-
points fest, bro.
Like I knew this. I even said it. I don't know if I said it last week on the pod, but I was saying it in general. This was a game that was going to be just points galore, and we're
Yeah.
proven right. 70 points scored in this game.
Yeah.
Right. That's a lot
And points scored by everybody that people would have had
on the multis.
on their multis, so including myself. So I was happy. It was a good day. It was a good day. Well, seeing Hammer go over, I was pretty happy. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot of fun to watch. I knew that South's left side was going to be humming, and they were. They actually went right a lot, and seeing Campbell Graham on the wing was refreshing because I think that's where he should be. Just because when he was coming in, like the guy's a fucking tall, lanky winger, good in the air, good hands, good defensively. He looked like he was going to be a winger for all money, and then Wayne moved into the centres, and I like him on the wing. And I think him and Jack Wyden could make a really good duo next to each other. And I think this is like the best. Like the players have made
Murray
sacrifices.
coming
The players, especially their outside backs, have made sacrifices for the betterment of the team to fit all the talent that they have in. Because Jai Gray at fullback, Latrell Mitchell in the centres, Jack Wyden in the centres, Campbell Graham on the wing. This is their best lineup that they can field. And it all required a bit of sacrifice from Latrell to give up that fullback spot that he's a lead at. But the team is just better off if he's at centre and Jai Gray's at fullback.
From a longevity point of view, Latrell, it probably makes sense
Yeah.
for it as well.
Yeah, like it's easier, bro. It's the easiest position to play work rate wise in the league, in my opinion, center. So it's hard to play decision making because every time you get the ball, you have to make something happen.
Yeah.
You're the strike player, and if you're the strike player, that means you got to defend the other team's strike player, right? It's not easy in terms of you have to make every moment count as a center because you don't get
as much.
you don't
ball
get
as
as
well.
much ball, but you get high quality ball, right? But in terms of a work rate, which is Latrell Mitchell's hardest thing, it's like you don't have to take the tough carries, or you don't have to take the tough carries. The wingers do.
You don't even need to come back.
You're chilling, dude. It's like back row as a forward. Like out of the forwards, that's the easiest position to play. That's why I like playing back row. You know what I mean? But I know. But once I found out, once I realized that I was better at prop and better at lock, because I had a decent work rate and loved the carries in the middle, that was my spot. Latrell doesn't love taking carries, tough carries, man. It's not his game, but you know what? You give him the ball in good field position and he will make something happen, and that's exactly what he did. He got a double. AJ got one. He could have got AJ a second one, but he's waiting. They're waiting until They play at home for him to tie and break the record, in my opinion. But Latrell was unbelievable, dude. Fucking
The whole
probably
left
best
edge.
player on the park, bro.
Yeah, him. Cody Walker also kicked a very crucial 40-20.
He's first in his career.
That's crazy.
First 40-20 in his career, and
And
it was a fucking 30-10 damn near, bro.
Yeah, I know that was a fucking great kick.
Yeah, and I felt bad for what's the young man's name? Ashton Ward, because he was
Syndesmosis.
playing really well, man. And then I felt like Dolphins started to come back into the game when Buddy came in. But I love Buddy, and I really want him to do well. But like he had a couple misses that he'd love to have back.
Like the one that led to, I think, either the hammer or the Herbie.
The
try,
Herbie try.
which for my SuperCoach, I was very happy with that. But
Yeah, that was a bit of a bad miss. But listen, I think he's gonna have to step up because I think both their other halves are unavailable because Jonah Glover's broke his jaw. He's out till round 7, I think.
Humphries not
Ashton
back to
Ward,
round 3. I think.
Yeah, Humphries is out, so it's gonna be up to Buddy next week. But I think he can do it. I think he can do a job, but I don't think he's won a game in a Souths jersey.
Yeah, no, he got one.
Oh yeah, that one. But like as a starting 7
Oh no, he wasn't starting 7. Yeah,
or
but
starting half.
he's
yeah.
got one.
So he's got one now. Hopefully it's a new era.
Well, again, it's against the same team who got that first win in.
Yeah. So
Because he got one. What was it against Roosters? Was it? Yeah, last year he came off for the Roosters because Humphries and Walker both.
yeah,
went
true,
down.
true. But yeah, I think it's a big game. It's a very big
Oh
game.
yeah, I think a player. A lot of people are giving a lot of appreciation to a friend of the show, Peter
Mamouzelos.
off the bench, mate. That run out of dummy half was elite.
I was like, why isn't he starting? But
I think he prefers that sort of coming off, fresh legs, impact.
well, that's what he did.
Let Bronson Toom do the hard work at the start,
Bronson Toom, yeah.
and then let Pistol Pete just take the reins.
Hey, he did fucking wonders when he came on, bro. They got so much better when Pete came on as well. And it's weird now. And I think everyone here's going to start realizing, like, once we start to meet these players more and develop, like, relationships, like, oh, fuck, he's a good guy. Like, you sort of root for him.
Yeah.
And I was fucking G'd up when he made that line break. Because I'm like, go, cunt,
I
go,
was hoping he
Pete.
was going
And
to
then-
score.
I didn't even realize he's fucking running in his undies until like the third replay. So I'm like, Mum, I know that guy. You know what I mean?
How's the
But
family taking it, seeing the Souths play like that?
they were really happy, man. And hopefully we can get a few more on.
Like him and Joe Gray having that little link up for that try,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Two little fellas, man. But Pete was so nice to us, and we are definitely in his corner. But I will say this: it was also very weird for me in America because I really fucking love Chad Townsend. So hearing that when I'm in Vegas and hearing that he had an incident on the plane, bro, I was fucking worried, bro. I was blowing up his phone just making sure that he's all right. Bloke walks through the fucking door 1 hour later and he's making content. So thank God he's all right. But that was also the other part where I'm like, I know this guy. Fuck, bro, is he all right? Like, but we're in the spotlight now and we're having all these amazing opportunities to meet these players and develop relationships with these players. And there's good and bad that comes from that, eh? So mostly good. So glad that Chad Townsend's all right. And I'm glad that Peter Mamouzelos had a really good game. And I'd really love to see him start, bro. Even though he's good off the bench, I would love to see him start.
I think when Brandon Smith and Cheese does come back, I think it's going to be Cheese at 9.
Yeah, I think so too.
But Mamouzelos off the bench, that's still going to bring such a great impact. This game was a great example.
Again, I just spoke about how these players, especially the outside backs, are making sacrifices for the betterment of the team. I think Peter coming off the bench is also making a sacrifice for the betterment of the team
I
because
don't remember what they went through last year. I don't think anyone in the team wants to go through that.
Like
again.
that was disastrous.
Well, it's already started with a couple injuries to their halves. So
But so far, it's not like their key guys.
yeah, so far so good.
So far.
I'm still worried about Cody.
I'm pretty
But
sure this time last year, Mitchell was injured.
Murray was gone
Murray
already.
was gone for the year.
I traded Cody Walker in for DCE because I said, screw it, you know what? I'm going to use my boost this week and chase the dollars because I should have chased the dollars more. I didn't really do my SuperCoach after the trip. I did it before.
Fair enough.
So now I'm chasing the dollars, bro. So,
Well, stick around to the end. If you stick around to the end of the episode, I'll help you out here on that.
yeah.
Another person I want to talk about here on the Dolphins side.
Katoa, surely.
Well, I was going to talk about the return of the banana picker himself, Tommy Flegler, making his, I think, almost 700 days since his last NRL fixture. He's come back. He had a great game. Like, obviously, in a losing side, there's not much you can look for positives. But I think just him making the return and that starting prop, I'm just happy. It's a feel-good thing, right? His career was almost done. This guy was playing not Origin. He was playing Kangaroos. He was, like, in talks for Origin. He was, like, top. Like,
Didn't he play Origin?
maybe he did.
I think he did.
But he had, like, rep player.
Yeah, he's a rep player,
Was
man.
in a grand final. And then just one of the most weirdest shoulder injuries. It's just the nerves.
Just could never get it right.
And we all thought maybe that is the end of his career. But he's back in first grade and had a good first hitter. So very happy for him.
Welcome back, Tommy, bro. It was good to see him. Big Tom Dearden. That's what I call him because he looks like Tom Dearden but double the size. So it was good to see him back, man. And hopefully he can stay healthy this year, bro.
Very much, hopefully. But yes, let's go back to the other guy, Isaiah Katala. Mate, his silky passes were so crisp. It was so good.
That one for the Saka try, Dan, was fucking great, bro.
Too little, too late, but it was still so good.
I know. I was like, dude, like, fuck, man. He's like dummy, like fucking like the players didn't know where that ball was going. But Saka knew. Him and Saka got that connection. So, he's gonna do great things in his game, man. And he's
22.
Yeah, man. He's very young, bro. So I can't wait to see how if he runs into some speed bumps this year, bro. Because last year was like he burst into the scene, but he's obviously going to keep getting better.
And now everyone's a little more aware of him.
Yeah, everyone's ready for him, bro. They're doing film work on him,
Enough
bro.
footage of him now.
Yeah.
All these
He's
highlight
not an
reels.
unknown anymore, bro. But yeah, really fun game.
What a good way to end the round.
Both teams played pretty well, man. I think Souths deserved the win, and I think they were the better team. But Dolphins weren't bad either.
They really were. All right, is that it for the rounds, for the games? Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, well then let's move on to the tips for this week. Some interesting fixtures coming up. We first start Thursday night at Suncorp Stadium, Broncos and Parramatta.
Yeah, I got to go Broncos 13 plus here,
Same,
man.
gotta
Madge is going to flog these cunts, bro.
I think Walsh is gonna really step back up again, and I think he's
Yeah.
gonna. I might honestly captain him.
It's
as
at
Supercoach.
Parramatta, and it's at Parramatta, and
No, it's at Suncorp.
is that Suncorp?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I mean. On a Thursday night,
I
at
think you said
Suncorp-
Parramatta.
If the Broncos don't win these, big alarm bells.
Yeah,
That's when you-
this
that's
is
when
the
you
one
can
you
start
circle.
going.
Yeah, this is the one you circle. bro.
Last week you can kind of go right off whatever. You got
4
the
paid
wake up call you
premiers.
need,
Yeah.
whatever.
You gotta win this one, boys. But I think the Parramatta Eels did win this one last year.
Yes, they did. And Broncos almost won it, but Walshy was just a little bit offside for
Yeah.
that final try.
Yeah.
Next one, Friday night, 6 o'clock. Warriors and Raiders. This is in New Zealand.
This was the Vegas fixture last year.
The Warriors get
I think I'm gonna say the Raiders this one.
Nah, yeah, I got Raiders in this one, 1 to 12.
Both in similar positions, like similar teams. I just think the Raiders have a bit more strike, bro.
And just their forward packs are slightly better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Raiders here, but 1 to 12. I think it'll be a close game.
Very close.
Warriors 1 to 12.
All right, then it's the Book of Feuds, Roosters and Souths at Allianz Stadium.
Yeah, I want to say South Sydney, but I think it's gonna be Roosters 1 to 12.
You reckon?
I think Rob Toy is gonna be back, and
Even if he is back, man, his foot is going to be a bit how you going if Troll will just go pinging at him the whole game.
I think because of Sullivan being there, I think they miss. Like they get. I don't know, man. I think he's gonna get targeted. It's gonna be tough. You know what? I'm gonna trust my boy Buddy, and I'm gonna go Souths 1 to 12. But I think it'll be really fucking close, man.
It is. But the big question really for this game, is this the game that AJ breaks the record?
Yeah. That's why I think vibes are gonna be really good. I'm gonna go Souths 1 to 12. AJ breaks the record.
And obviously there's a bit of discourse today about the fans storming the field. What are your thoughts on that, boys?
Bro,
gonna
storm the fucking field,
Gonna happen.
cunt.
Well,
Fuck.
have you heard what they're doing though?
What?
They're doubling security. They're getting actual New South Wales police
okay.
on the field.
Yeah, okay.
Immediate $5,500 fines if you go on the field. Like they're
Look,
Can't find everybody.
Look, some people are just gonna have to suffer. Unfortunately, if you get caught, it's
The
unfortunate.
sacrificial lamb, boys. All right,
But you can't get
jump
everyone.
You jump the
What?
trenches all at the same time. They're gonna run out of ammo.
Think about this, right? But like realistically, think about it. You're gonna pull all of New South Wales police to stop 20,000 people from storming a field.
In my opinion, if he breaks the record, so at Belmore, they let you go on the field afterwards, right? Like when Josh Reynolds, we were farewelling Josh, We all went on the field. Like, I think if they fucking say, hey, listen, guys, we're going to let you go on the field and celebrate
back.
after the game with AJ,
Yeah.
just don't jump on the field in the middle of
Where,
the game.
where they've messed up is they've had this rhetoric the whole time of, hey, no one's allowed on the field. And everyone's just like,
should the Wayne going, it's not our game.
nah, but Wayne has to do that. I understand him from his position. He can't be an NRL coach instigating and telling
Okay,
people.
Yeah, but
he
listen-
was so negative about it. And he sound like offended when they asked him about it.
Bro, just...
I think he wouldn't care if people actually went on. That's my opinion.
Wayne will smile.
I think
Wayne will smile.
He has to play the whole. You can't.
He has
get
to
on
act
the
serious,
field.
yeah. He's going to get fined, bro. Like, the guys that paid enough fines in his
Especially if
day.
something happens on the field. Like, I'm not saying it is, but like someone gets hurt or whatever. Oh, you instigated. You played
That's
too
the
far.
big problem, right? So if you double security and have police on the field and then let people on the game, like on the field after the game to celebrate with AJ,
But I think
then
I feel like almost the moment's gone because I only look at what happened with Brody Franklin in the AFL. How it was a boom, and then everyone was just like,
But again,
hey.
there's
It's a much
only
bigger
one way.
field,
Hey,
so it's a lot harder
hey,
to get everyone.
And this is my counter. Hey, AJ, when you score, go jump into the crowd. AJ, jump into the crowd. So then no one's gonna storm the field because they want to be around you. You jump into the crowd like Piggy Riddell, bro, and celebrate with the fans, brother. The NBA will call super long timeouts whenever someone breaks a record, like when LeBron did. You know, that whole ceremony in the middle of the game from memory. Like, fuck me dead. Like, if you break the record, jump into the crowd. I'm sure the NRL will be all right with fucking, you know what I mean? Like just jump into the crowd, ask questions later.
Well, again, he's the one to not really instigate, but saying they can't find everyone. That's like saying
That's instigating, bro.
Yeah.
But he's allowed to.
he's allowed to because he's the one who's on track to break this record.
We might not
I'm
see
sure
it.
he wants people there. Like,
he wants
Yeah.
he wants to celebrate the
Go
moment.
jump into the crowd with Mike. You know, with Had's Rips and the Souths fans, bro. Just go do it, man. That's the smart. Go jump into the fucking burrow. Do an Adebayo.
Well, actually, it's the
Do an Emmanuel Adebayo run to the other side of the field and then jump into the burrow if you score on the other side.
It's that jump into the chook pen.
Yeah, jump into the chook fan, bro.
I actually think the Chook.
Bang the drum. Bang Luke's drum.
I think they'll make an exception maybe for that one. But yeah, in this one, I got Souths 1-12 on this one. I think it'll be one of the better Book of Feuds matches we've had recently.
Yeah, I got invited to go to this game, but I'm not going to because
Of course he gets invited. Where are you?
No, by my uncles.
Ah. All right, fair enough. Well, what were your predictions for that game?
Look, I think the Roosters, not the Roosters. South should get up.
Hey, listen,
1-12.
do I go to this game, guys? Like,
Why not, bro? Are you really gonna miss
I
out?
wanna, like, I went to the
You
game
can't stop yourself.
and I
that's
missed
what
the
it is.
horde. I missed the horde from Angus.
Oh yeah, you did.
So I don't want to miss I want to like get
fine.
as many
Look,
videos as I can.
I think just because of the meaning behind the game and the fact that it's such a could be a
To be fair,
monumental
I think
thing.
a live video. If
Be
let's,
part of it.
let's say people do storm the field, which they probably will. If AJ does break the record, you want video of you actually being there. Like, yes, a video of you at home watching the game would also probably do well. But you actually being there and having a live.
He doesn't want to incriminate himself.
Well, if he's not on the field, if you're like up in the stands.
Yeah. Staying in the stands.
Yeah, I can't even jump the fucking thing. I got a torn ACL, bro.
Wait, so that's his alibi. If he questioned him.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll just live stream this exact same.
No, I want to go live. Because the reason why, I think I'll decide tomorrow because I'm waiting for the team list for the next game.
Oh, yes, the next game. Tigers and Cowboys
This is a tough game
at
for me to
Leichhardt
call.
Oval, the eighth
game.
wonder.
This game is always
Fun to watch.
It's always frosty.
It's always a fucking game, isn't it, dude? Bruh, Tigers 13 plus here. Bruh, I played with Jerome like 3 times this week, bro. He's there. He's comfortable. The boys are comfortable. Like, they're chilling, bro. They know they got this one in the bag. I'm waiting for that team list, bruh. I'm telling you, boys. Because this is why. Because I want to stream at least 3 days this week, right? If I go to this game, I can't stream the next 2. So it's
What, Thursday?
because that Leichhardt, it's Thursday, Friday, Sunday. If I go to this game, if I don't go to this game,
When the Dogs playing?
they're not playing
Yeah,
this
the bye
week.
this week.
So listen, if Bunty is on this team list, I'm going to fucking Leichhardt Oval, bro.
Wait, what was that?
If Bunty is on this team list, I will be at Leichhardt front and center with the Tigers boys. I won't wear a Tigers jersey.
But the thing is that what they might do Mate, put him on
I don't care. If he's on the fucking
If he's in
six-man
the-
bench,
if he's in the
if there's a
20.
fucking chance that Bunty plays in this game, I will be there. So I'm hawking. Team this Tuesday to see if my boy Bunty, who just had a little daughter, congratulations,
That's
my
beautiful.
boy. Congratulations. All right, she's looking cute, mate. Little baby Bunting sponsorship ASAP. All right, that's my boy. He better Benji, put him in that fucking team. I heard the best things about him in preseason.
Even Lewis said he was like one of the best trainers.
Come
in
on,
preseason.
man. Give him that spot and give him a run, bro.
Well, if memory serves you right, he was at starting prop in the trials. And normally his second game trials are a bit of an indicator on where people are going to play. He might not be a starting prop, but he might be part of that main
Bro,
bench that plays.
Come on, man. Take him off the bench. I want the crowd to start cheering when Bunty's coming on.
Back fence off
And I'm going to be on the hill to see it, okay? I went there. I've gone to Leichhardt plenty of times. I've seen plenty of losses at Leichhardt. I think the only game that you guys won was against my team, okay? So
Go figure.
I was at the Sharks game that you lost when Gal kicked the field goal, and I was at the fucking game that you lost and Robbie was having beers on the edge of the scoreboard, and I was at fucking Benji's I was at Moses Mbai's first game, Josh Reynolds' fucking first game at Leichhardt against the Titans. They fucking lost. I've been to plenty of Leichhardt games. I want this one to be the one that I go to and you guys win.
But yeah, but I love the enthusiasm. I'm also back in Tigers. I wasn't going to say 13 plus, but man, I'm thinking about it more and more. That crowd and the Cowboys, man, they did not look good against Newcastle, who, no offense to them, they're not the best of the teams. I think Macassini's going to have a big game in this. This is his first Leichhardt game as like in the NRL. Obviously, he had that insane moment in the trials. So I'm back in Tigers in this one. Actually, I might go 13 plus here too with Macassini to score.
Yeah, I think Braden Burns is a big loss, bro.
Who are they going to put on the... Who would you put? You can't put...
Because I think he's just a really good player, and I think he's very underrated.
Oh, I thought put Robert Derby there.
They put Robert Derby and...
He'll just drop the ball.
Yeah. Robert Drop Nuts. What do you got, TK?
Look, I'll go to the Tigers. I think Tigers have something that all the Cowboys definitely may have, and that's the first game night. Like, Cowboys have already played their first game. They come back. Also got to see how the week was. I think the Tigers should win this 13 plus. I don't think these teams aren't really 1 to 12 type of teams in this particular game. I think this is
Except last year was on the 12.
Yeah.
All right, well, next one.
Dragons.
of
Dragons
those
13 plus.
Insane. For some reason, this is like Melbourne's a hoodoo team. Dragons Melbourne in Wollongong. Mate, for some reason, under the Shane Flanagan regime, Dragons always seem to beat Melbourne.
Look, I think they're gonna flog us. To be honest, just gonna say no. I think they got our number this time.
I actually disagree. I think this one, I don't think they're going to flog you. I think they'll win. But I really liked what I was seeing from the Dragons, especially Daniel Atkinson. And I think the team's really fit. I don't think they're going to be able to move you around as well as they move Parramatta around. I think you're just a way fitter outfit. I liked what I saw from your young forwards, like the Cashman brothers.
They were good.
I'm gonna go.
Little's meant to come back.
I'm gonna go Melbourne 1 to 12.
Little's apparently.
Well, if Little's back this week, then I think you'll do even better because I think he's one of your best players. I'm gonna go Melbourne 1 to 12.
Yeah, same.
Because you just always G up for this game, and it's at Luz Stadium.
Yeah, I'll never tip against my team, but I actually think they're gonna put some points on us. But in terms of scoreline, I'd say Dragons. I reckon we'll win by 8.
Yeah, honestly, I could see well where that happens. I'm still back at Melbourne 1 to 12, but man, the last couple of times, Dragons just seem to really get up for this game. I don't know. Shane Flanagan has like a thing against Melbourne. Saturday night fixture.
Is Harry all good?
Well, they say it's a cramp.
Is it just a cramp?
Yeah,
That's what they say.
yeah, they were up big, bro.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to rest. Like, how much more?
Just wanted to chill, bro.
Like, they were up. I think
I got enough fantasy points, bro.
they scored in the 94 on Supercoach. Crazy. Saturday night fixture: Panthers and Sharks at in Bathurst.
Jeez.
All right. What a
game too.
Dude, I really like the Sharks this year, but I'm gonna go Penrith 1 to 12 here.
They're just too good at the
I
moment.
just think the hunger's there, man, and
What was the point of Flaxy doing this challenge if it's going to be done in the next 6 weeks?
Well,
I don't know. I just want it to be done because I'm sick of seeing on my feed every day. Yeah, Penrith 1 to 12, boys.
yeah, I got Penrith 1 to 12 here too.
Yeah, I think it'll be more than 12. Sorry, 1 to 12. I'm going to go 13 plus.
Oh, you reckon they belt them?
Mate, yeah.
Bold Trindle, bro. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, this would be a brutal test. Anyway, Sunday, 4 or 5 p.m., Manly and Newcastle.
It's going to be crazy. If Fletcher Sharp plays, I don't think he will. But if he does play, I'm going to go Manly.
MCL?
No,
Is it
PCL.
PCL?
It's like
There's meant to be 2
I don't,
weeks.
you don't
2
really
weeks.
need your PCL anyway. I don't
Yeah,
have a
I think
PCL.
it's gonna be
That's
two-
why I'm saying that.
I think it's going to be 2 weeks. So I'm going to go with Manly 1 to 12. But I'll go Manly 13 plus. But I don't think it'll be a big 13 plus. I
Like
think
a
it'll be
14.
14, 16. But if Fletcher Sharp was playing, I might have picked Newcastle.
Honestly, I think KP is in a. If he continues his form and Dylan Brown, does a little bit more, I think Newcastle might actually win this game.
I think they might too. I think Fletcher's just a really big loss.
Well, they did.
So I don't think they would have beat Cowboys without him.
Do you know what I would like to see? I'd like to see our teams over the last 3 years, our teams that have gone to Vegas, what's definitely been this second round performance.
Well, okay. From
I
memory,
like to think that plays.
Well,
a factor
Penrith
into it.
lost.
Penrith lost to Roosters. I think Sharks they'd won their game, from memory. And then the year before that, or actually, Raiders had beat the Broncos the next week. Warriors went on to beat Manly. So actually, I think everyone except Penrith won their games in round 2. And then in 2024, what was it? I think it was
Broncos, Roosters.
and then Souths Manly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Calling it. Surely Manly win at home, man.
Is that Manly?
It's
Yeah.
at Brookie.
Yeah, I'll go Manly.
Surely they win.
Fair enough. Last one to end it on hate these 6:15 fixtures. Dolphins and Titans at Suncorp.
I love the 6:15 features.
Yeah, we
fixtures.
went off about it last year, didn't we?
No, I like it because I get
didn't
more
like
time
it.
in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because usually I'll wake up late or I get back from church and it's
What was the reason? again?
game's in 3 hours.
I think it's because
No, daylight savings, they switch it.
Yeah. I know for me, because I go to church in the evening. So for me, this is more annoying. I'd much rather go in the.
No, you go
Yeah.
in the morning, guys.
I can't sleep, bro. But for this, I'll probably out there in the morning. This one, I got Dolphins 13 plus in this. I just think their attack's going to be humming.
What's the teams?
Dolphins and Titans.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Dolphins 13 plus. This will be a 90-point game, maybe. You never know, but I think Dolphins will fucking do a number on them, bro. I think 40 plus.
To be honest, I just want to see the Titans turn up. Let's just start there.
You'll be waiting a little while, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just see them turn
My
up.
opinion, until Jaden Campbell comes back, they're going to look really weird. Jaden Campbell shapes their attack so much.
But surely you got to have some professional pride, man. Do you know what I mean?
This is the Titans, bro.
Yeah,
It's just a quality issue, man.
I don't think it's just a quality issue.
How much more can they do? You look at that roster. It's not like the roster's got maybe, 4 to 5 really good players, and that's about it. You obviously got Tino.
Well, good enough
Well,
to...
good. They have a lot of good players. It's just they all play the same fucking position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that whole JC and what
Yeah.
was there before? as
Kinney, and then they had someone else before. I can't remember.
Fuck, man. William Zillman.
And then there was an argument when Fozzie was there as well. That created a whole other issue.
well? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
bizarre.
on Dolphins by 30 plus.
Yeah, I got Dolphins 13 plus in this one.
Oh yeah, bloodbath.
Yeah.
Absolute bloodbath.
To the to the Dolphins.
Nah. Well, I think that's about it for this week, boys.
That was it, except for the super coach.
There is SuperCoach, but I might do that a little bit later.
Yeah, I don't know. I had 300s, mate. Fucking, that was good enough for
I don't
me.
know how to play super coach, so
Yeah, Ponga, I had Ponga, Farlongo, and
You Trell, didn't you?
Trell. Yeah, my boys.
Very good. Well, I'll do my own little host segment after this. Thank you guys for another episode on League Lads.
Yeah, boys, thank you guys so much for another episode, man. It's a lot of fun. Good to be back. Big thank you to our major sponsor, Wagyu Boys, Prestons. Make sure you go get a feed, man. They will not do you wrong. Make sure when you go there, boys, tell them we sent you. Thank you to TK for filling in. Thank you to Joey for filling in.
He's not filling in.
I'm not
He's a
filling
fucking
in.
A. He's not
I'm
filling
back.
in. Sui's the fill in now. Sui's the fill in
I'm
now,
changing
bro.
things around here.
Hey,
man.
listen, and one more thing. Why'd you boys lose in a charity match, man? Come on, bro.
Oh, you weren't there. That's why.
I know. Is that why?
Yeah, that's
I have to
a-
make
that's
come
a
back
real-
next
yeah,
year.
DJ make
absolutely.
your
Can't let JC fucking do a number on us next year,
Ah, yeah.
bro. I'm going to clothesline him, bro.
I miss JC.
All right, guys. Thank you so much
Shout
for
out
watching.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Love yous.
Love this.
Welcome back, everyone. TK and Fred are no longer here in the building. It's just me, Joey the Statman. And we're doing the SuperCoach talk for this week. This will be a new weekly segment, so I hope you all enjoy it. We'll first look at this week's results. I was very happy. I scored 1,369 points. I won 5 out of my 6 head-to-head matches. So honestly, very happy with the result. Was glad a lot of my players scored well. My top scorers for this week were as followed. I had Suafa'alogo scoring 116. I had Latrell Mitchell scoring 113. Kurrajong with a 99. Preston with a 97. Lukey with a 95. They were my top 5 scorers. You had the likes of Lasardi scoring 88. Herbie Farman with a 75. Munster with an 80. And then we had a few scores I'm not too happy with. Payne Haas with a 68 as my captain. Cleary with a 65. Really thought better. Siale Fayamani, hopefully I pronounced that name right, with a 54. Won a bit more of my cheapie. The real killer, though, Reece Walsh with a 34. An absolute stinker of a performance against the Panthers on Friday night. Really thought he would score better, so that was very disappointing. But I still won majority of my head-to-head matches, and I ranked in the top 9%. And, yeah, honestly, would have liked a bit more, but to win so many of my matches and to also have so many players score well and ton up, very happy. We'll look at all the players over the weekend who scored well. The big two, the Sharks halves pairing, Braden Trindle and Nico Hines both scoring 130-plus points. Insane from both of them. Nico Hines and Trindle both with a try-double. Trindle obviously getting 4 try assists and then Hines getting all the goal kicks. Or I think he missed 1. Or no, 2. Tanner Boyd with 131. Kalen Ponga with 116. Suafa'alogo, I just pronounced that really badly. Suafa'alogo scored 116. Noah Martin with 116. Jesse Ramey with 115. Latrell Mitchell with 113. Tolu Kola with 108. And then Damien Cook with 105. So the top 10 players all tonned up this week. So honestly, no one really saw some of these players getting the scores that expect. Like Trindle with 132 is outrageous. Tanner Boyd with a 131. I think I saw a photo. Someone actually had him as their captain. So, you know what? Fair play to them. I didn't see that happening. Not in a million years. We'll look to this week instead. So with the fixtures, I'm going to go through and just kind of see who's your best choices for captain. For Broncos Parramatta, the big ones are really Payne Haas and Reece Walsh. Honestly, I'm looking for Reece Walsh to potentially be my captain for this week because I just think that's a juicy matchup against a really poor defensive Parramatta side at Suncorp on a Thursday night. That's a really good one. Then we got Warriors and Raiders at Go Media Stadium. There's no one really in this match worth captaining, so avoid that. Roosters and Souths. If the Roosters from last week show up to this game, Captain Latrell, Captain Fafita, Captain Cody Walker, any of those realistically will score you very well because that was just crazy. How the Roosters performed so poorly last week and then Souths just performed so well. Leichhardt Oval, as you heard, the boys are very confident that the Tigers will win 13 plus here. There's no one really worth captaincy appeal. You wouldn't really captain Macassini. If you own Terrell May, maybe. Taylor May is like a real pod play for that. The Cowboys, no one really worth it because I don't think they're going to win it. Drinkwater is still harboring a bit of an injury. Purdue might not go as well depending on where he's played. So I'd avoid captaining any Cowboys players in this game. Dragons, Melbourne. Again, you could captain Sewer. You could captain Harry Grant. You could captain Munster or Hughes. Really anyone from that spine. But the Dragons always seem to really turn up in this game. Like under the Shane Flanagan regime, I don't think they've lost to Melbourne. So captain them, but with heavy caution. Panthers, Sharks. If the Sharks from last week show up to this game, this will be a very close 1-12 matchup, and I wouldn't captain anyone. But if Penrith click into gear, Cleary is the obvious choice for a captaincy. There's no one else really worth it for that game. Manly, Newcastle. The big one really would be either KP or Tom Trbojevic. Either of those two really could go bananas in this game, depending on who shows up in defense, who doesn't. Finally, Dolphins, Titans at Suncorp Stadium. Mate, Herbie Farnworth, that is a real sneaky good choice for a captaincy. I honestly, my captain, what I might do, I might VC Reece Walsh to then captain Herbie. So if Reece Walsh does go well, I'll just captain like a VC loop sort of thing for that one. In terms of trades for this week, there's you wouldn't make any big gun trades in the first week purely because you just don't know how scores are going to fluctuate, how prices are going to go. So for me, I'm looking at more the cheapies who are going to explode. Like the real two I'm eyeing out is Moses Leo and Noah Martin. I'm thinking those two both had really good weeks and might back it up again this week. I might trade out Firemoney and that Titans side that was really lost. And then Kalani going, I really honestly had him in there as kind of to get a gauge of how he looks as a cheapie. He doesn't really look too promising. Only scored 15 over the weekend. So honestly, him and Firemoney might be the players that make way. Again, only Monday night. Let's wait till Team List Tuesday comes out tomorrow. See who's in, who's out. Look at the matchups a bit closer. Listen to people a little more qualified and more professional than me to talk about it, because I'm only like 30 doing this, still learning the ropes. I know, crazy. Honestly, I think that might be it for the SuperCoach talk, because again, in these early rounds of the season, it's hard to really go in depth because we don't know how well players are going to go, because we don't have much to gauge out in terms of scores. What I will do a bit of a early team look at for this week. So with Bailey, Hayward, Preston, and Kurrajong all on the bye, they're all on my bench. So hooker, I've got Benaya Yellow. I can never pronounce his last name right, but Benaya, I've got him at my hooker position. Payne Haas and Stefano both at prop. Stefano, honestly, I was this close to not having him in my team instead of bringing Tino, which would have been a very costly mistake because Tino was worth so much more and scored, actually, I think 20 points less than Stefano, who, as I said last week, is in for a big year in a Melbourne forward pack that looks very fragile, a lot smaller, and people are really underestimated. I think Stefano is going to step up big time. I've got Tommy Flegler and Cahoon. Cahoon in that Sharks forward pack I didn't think was going to score well. He scored 44, so that's still better than what most anticipated. Obviously, Paseka with a 63, kind of burning. I had him. I wish I had him instead of Cahoon, but you make your own choices. I'm not going to do a rush trade on that. I just think don't burn your... That was my mistake the last 2 years. I burnt my trades early. I think some players you can kind of sit and hold. Like Cahoon is still going to make you cash until McInnes comes back. Flegler, that was a real good pick. Obviously, when you compare it next to Paseka, it's not like the best, but I think in a losing side, him score 47. I think when Dolphins get their momentum, they start scoring some points again, and they get back to the Dolphins of last year, Flegler's going to be the guy to watch and will be the guy to own in SuperCoach. At back row, I've got Fafita, Lukey, and Lasardi at the start. And then currently got Kalani going as reserve, mainly because I'm probably going to trade him out to get in Noah Martin. So Noah Martin will be my reserve. And Crew Bike can sit on the bench. He's going to be one of the best rookies from this year. I know he got limited minutes, but still scored 25 points. So honestly, if he gets bigger minutes, one to watch, and obviously Preston. Cleary and Atkinson. Sanders is low-key a bit of a choice to maybe trade into this team, but again, you don't want to burn early trades. I think it's one you can kind of hold off on for now. Wait till round 3 is where you can kind of predict where prices are going to go up and down. You can kind of make more trades then. Cleary, obviously not trading him out. It's Nathan Cleary. Same with Cameron Munster. Look, Pezza had a really shit game over the weekend, but you can't start coming against a Melbourne squad that knows him very well because they've pretty much trained him, and he came through Melbourne. I wouldn't trade him out just yet because the 5'8" position looks so bare bone and dry. A CT dub, Herbie Farmouth and Troy Mitchell, I think both going to score well this weekend. Macassini, playing his first NRL Leichhardt game. I think he's going to go. He might honestly score very well, but yeah, he's in my squad, my starting CT dubs. I've got Firemoney only because I'm probably going to trade him out to Moses Leo. If I don't do that, then I'll have Setu 2 in his position and then Tom Chester as a reserve. For my fullbacks, same as before, Reece Walsh, Keanu Kinney, Suafa Logo. I'm not making any changes there. Reece Walsh currently has the C on him, but right now I might put the VC on him and then put the C on Herbie. And yeah, that's honestly the team for this weekend or for this week. Obviously, check out my page at the Wild Doggies fan. I will probably put my full team list, captain, VC, and my trades for the week. If you know my page, you know I was doing that last year. That'll be it for this week's SuperCoach Talk and the official wrap to this week's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave in the comments what you think of the SuperCoach Talk, where I can improve upon, if I should bring someone else in to talk about it with me. And yeah, obviously as the season progresses, there'll be more and more SuperCoach stuff to talk about. So once again, thank you all for listening. And hopefully all the boys will be back next week and the panel is in full swing. How good? Rugby League is back. Thank you for watching.